Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Ooh Ladies First Panel, honey. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, y'all. We are here to have a great conversation as always. So make sure you guys are coming into the video, you're liking, and you're also subscribing to all of our channels. Okay. All of the information is available for you guys on the screen. Okay. So get all your information there. Are you ladies ready?
Yes.
Ready, Eddie.
Yes, let's get into it. Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all
Hey,
feeling this week?
feeling great.
Yes, feeling good, feeling great. How are you? We
Uh,
love it.
feeling good,
Blessed.
I love
highly
it.
favored.
I know that's right.
hmm
A
That's
lot to be
God,
thankful
like
for.
Stacey said in her interview.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the
So
interview of Stacey?
the after show,
It's some
or was it a
interview she
different
did
one?
on a news station, and they were telling her how
Oh,
she exudes positivity, and she said, "That's God." And everybody was like, "That's funny. Oh, that's
Stacy
God."
funny. Stacy's funny.
I
I
like
can't wait till we talk about Stacy because Stacy,
I like her.
I like
hmm
her too. I just been noticing that I think it's a little fakeness, just a little piece, because that voice
hmm
changed, and I liked it. It's gonna change next episode too, and I'm like, I'm liking the voice. I'm liking the switch up, Stacy. Okay, bring Detroit out. But I got a question for y'all, and I came across this tweet over on, of course, Twitter. So I want to ask y'all the same question that I saw. And the question is, who is the most problematic? Matter of fact, I don't even think the question was who is the most. I think it was how many problematic artists do you guys have on your playlist, like in your phone, on your music
How
playlist?
how
Yikes.
many?
We'll do who's the most. Who is the most problematic person that you have in your playlist?
You know who
That's a
mine
toss
is.
up. That's a toss up between two people.
I know what two you talking about because they probably
Should
the
I go
same two
first?
people I'm thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the people already know. Christopher
Uh
Maurice
huh.
Brown is the most problematic
Oh,
person.
I didn't even think about him. That's
That
crazy.
is
That's
Even
crazy. He didn't even come to mind for
didn't
me.
even think about him. For
it's
me, it's Puffy
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and it's Robert.
And Roberts.
Because this is the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen.
No, really, that's what I was thinking. Which one is it for me? It's one song that come in my
Puffy.
do do. You're so sexy,
Yeah.
perfect.
Is that Neo? Who is
See,
that?
I
No,
like
that's R. Kelly.
Kelly and
R.
Twister.
Kelly and Twister. That song pops up in my rotation at least
Yes,
once a week.
my shit. That last
Girl,
album.
sweet.
See, and I felt terrible because I actually bought. Like I bought. See, that's what everybody don't be understanding, girl. I love these problematic niggas. That's why it's so hard for me. That's why once I said fuck them, I mean it. And I had to let them go because, like, for real, y'all, when I tell you, like, R. Kelly's music was such the soundtrack to my life that we put the Piss on Me song that Dave Chappelle did making fun of R. Kelly's song, Ignition. We had that on like on a CD that we would play in the car. Like we were like thoroughly into the Robert of it all, like
Mhm.
problematically so. So when I finally came to where I'm at with this shit now, please understand. It was so very, very difficult. I still listen to the music. I hate it.
That's actually crazy because I didn't call myself like I noticed the hypocrisy. Because tell me why 2 or 3 years ago when it came out that Doja Cat was in them racist chat rooms, I
Still won't.
removed all of Doja from my no.
Do
I
you
removed
know that?
all of Doja
No.
from my phone, but I got Robert in here and Diddy in here. Like I could have.
Wow.
That's
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 crazy.
crazy.
misogynistic, Necey.
It is, but
Child.
it's problematic.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
so many problematic people in my
There are.
so like some people are naming people that it mystical, all of Hot Boys. Like, what do you mean? The entire squad. Okay. Have you listened to when you listen to the lyrics now? Like, it's hard for me to even get through some of these songs. They gotta be a favorite. Like, it's gotta be juvenile or somebody. But I can't even like y'all New Orleans people have we have terrible music. Like we have this song called "Monkey on That Dick" that was played at the children's birthday parties,
Oh, geez,
like
help us.
loudly in the street.
That's
Well,
not
you know what?
the.
I can't
Monkey on
even
that
be
dick. Dick.
surprised because we had Pop That
We hear that all the time.
Hey, Pop That Babe. So,
Yes,
yeah, you're right.
Monkey on a Stick is the
yes,
clean version,
yes. That's
and
the
we
clean
did
version.
used to listen to that a lot as
Yes.
children.
Oh, and hide, steaming relations. Baby, don't try my patience. I got an erection in a pocket full of protection. It's terrible. It's
Who was
terrible.
that? Was that Mystical?
But no, that's just a local nigga. That was a local nigga song that blew up, and it's
Boy.
called Hot Steaming Relations. And they recorded it in one of the hole in the wall clubs. And when I tell y'all, it has some of the most crass, like lyrics, like it's
He said
terrible.
pocket full of protection.
Was
But
it
yeah,
worse than love and a mile kilo?
oh,
I don't know that.
I think when I the rest of the lyrics, yeah, it might be.
Oh damn! But we
It
had
might be
some
what and
nasty
what.
folks back
No,
then,
for
didn't it?
real. I mean, shit, slide on my knob like corn on a cob. Check in with me
Mm,
and do your job. Late on the bed. Listen, it knocks. It
Mm-hmm.
still knocks in my
yeah, what a
Iron.
shame.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we are who we are.
Just like
Oh,
you should right now. Right. Yeah.
girl. Listen, first you gotta put your into it. Don't
Don't
stop,
stop.
just
Just
do
do
it.
it. Do it. Yeah.
Then listen,
You
terrible.
ain't gotta say too much.
Look at your eyes. I can tell you
I
want
can tell you what I found.
you ain't got like
Listen,
one of your blues. Listen.
we used to be at Club T at the skating rink. We
Uh-huh.
was pretty much from the time we was in 7th grade till we was in 9th grade.
Uh-huh.
We get dropped off at the skating rink. It was called Club T. People was in there getting rolled up to all the nasty songs. Oh, Marion came by one time to perform.
Oh
But
my.
it was like an actual club. So much so that like once I got to the age to go and party in club, I was like, I already did all this shit before. Like it was
God.
like it used to be skip line, $20 to skip line. People was getting their snapback stolen. It was club culture in middle school. Damn shame.
Mm. Yeah, we had a few of them too. Sharkies, the Junction, and it was one more. Oh, that's when I think they started throwing stuff at like the governor's house. It was like a hotel. They had like a conference center, and they would just like throw parties and stuff, whatnot. But yeah,
Why y'all just in the comments naming
straight
sexual
clubs.
songs? That's not no. Listen, the song being sexual is not the problem. The person being a artist or some shit is the problem, y'all. Okay. So somebody said Adina Howard. That's not even close to the problematic list. Okay. The lady just said she was a freak. That's all the lady did. Okay. We talking about people that was actually out here stealing coochie from people. Like
Ooh,
breaking laws.
or
Mhm.
whooping asses.
Punting holes in the head like footballs, and I'm stealing this motherfucker. I don't know what they want from me. It's like the more money we come across.
That's crazy. The more problems we see, and that he ain't never lied. He
Okay.
ain't never lied on that.
Mhm.
Yes,
Have
every
y'all
song.
deleted anybody? I know Necey said. Who you say you deleted, Necey?
I
Uh,
deleted
Doja.
Doja,
Doja.
which was that was the only. I think that's the only person I've ever deleted from my phone was Doja. I
Doja.
think, yeah.
Do I
Yeah.
still
But
have
I mean, I got Doja back on my phone because of the. I'm in my go y'all, you go girl.
Oh,
True
okay.
that. True that.
Yeah. I like Doja. I can't help it. I just feel like I can like some of your music and still feel like you're a terrible person, and y'all don't make that much money off of streaming anyway. Y'all ain't
How
eating
we
that.
all skip over Kanye though?
Oh,
None of us said Kanye.
because I
I
don't.
don't
Oh, I
listen to him.
listen.
I
Really?
see.
Damn,
There
I
are
listen to
some
this man a lot of
songs.
time.
There are some songs, but I don't reach for him as often as I would reach for like Rob or them Puffy songs. Shit.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like my what is it? Dark Nightmare. That shit. That
Hmm.
I was listening
Twisted
to.
Fantasy.
Cause
That's
yeah, the
fine.
shit was in my head, and I was like, "What is this song?" And it was that "Why are you so paranoid?" And I forgot that used to be my shit, baby. Don't worry about it. Remember that used to be the
I don't
shit.
know that one.
You don't know
Who?
paranoid?
That was Robert?
Mm-mm.
No, it's Kanye.
No,
Kanye?
Kanye.
Oh, we talking
Why
about Kanye.
are you so
No.
paranoid?
Mm-mm.
That was from that album, the Twisted Dark Fantasy album, I believe. But No, that was 808s and Heartbreak. Okay, thank you. You know, we old.
I
But
still listen
also,
to Life of Pablo,
yes, all
College Dropout, that gospel album too.
yeah, but
Oh, okay.
I stopped reaching for him a long time ago. And then if I see him talking about or to some Jewish people one more time, like I'm tired. Please leave them people alone.
Damn.
Hmm. On my behalf,
All of
Okay.
them we
I
had.
don't want to hear. No, I'm just saying because leave him alone.
I go, don't do
Now, somebody said Trey Songz, listen, he will always be problematic, but let me tell you, that Ready album,
Stay your head. Oh,
I
that's
don't listen to Trey. I don't have any Trey. I used to love Passion,
he ate that
Pain, and
down.
Pleasure. Jupiter Love, Red, your lipstick on. Oh
Baby,
shit!
he ate that album up. And I have to say, I haven't
nah.
listened to it in
Yeah,
years though, but he told that I used to have that
I just
thing front to back, back to
that,
front.
what's that? The first one he came in that. Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all going home with Trigger?
was that the first one? That was
Yeah,
the
I
first.
think that was the first one.
Or was it
My
LOL smiley face?
bed. I feel like that had to be like, because I remember
Oh, his
Smoking
song.
Reasons was making fun of him and was like on the bed over the girl with the ice. That shit was so funny, bro. What a time.
It was. It
No, really,
was,
truly.
man.
You gonna think I invented sex.
Hmm.
He ate that.
Yeah, that was the shit.
Y'all been seeing Lloyd
Hmm.
out there? Lloyd is not problematic
Yes.
by far. Not problematic.
Hmm.
But
And
have
he
y'all
fell
been
off
seeing his
stage.
huh?
He fell off stage.
He fell off. I know he fell on it. He fell off
He
it
tripped on
too.
the stage.
Tripped. Okay.
Yeah,
I
he
just
tripped on the
I was
stage.
like, oh, not
he was
again.
James
Mm-mm.
Browning. He was James Browning and he took a tumble.
He did. The way he laughed at himself, I said I would
Dressed
have had
like
to
him
laugh
too.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. They all dance weird. That's what I was laughing about. I was like, all these niggas be on their concerts dancing so funny. And it's like they know they look funny, like Maxwell. Like Maxwell be doing all kind of shit, bro. And then they always have on pants, like these high water pants. So the shit that they be doing be over exaggeratingly funny. And then of
And
course,
it's the fact that it was yellow. It was yellow.
yeah.
He was
That
wearing a
makes
yellow suit.
yeah, he was. Makes me think of Anderson .Paak. Now I haven't seen Anderson fall yet, but when I think of a person doing a lot on stage like James Brown, I feel like Anderson .Paak may do that. That's Mariah Carey's man. The
Yeah,
one that was getting his life sitting next to her
Yes.
when she looked at him.
he always be wearing a wig.
He do?
Don't Anderson Paak be wearing that bob wig?
That's
Uh,
him.
he's the one who was performing with the group with Bruno Mars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, he do wear the like coconut from Nasty Classified.
I guess it is. I
Um,
believe.
where on that? I don't know.
Hilarious.
They've been wearing in a robe. I look too good. Leave me
Hmm.
alone. Thank you. Okay. Give me some more wine.
Well, that was a good conversation about problematic artists, but it seems like we cannot escape artists in entertainment as a whole, even if you're an actor, okay? Because you're an artist in some type of shape, form, right? Because I want us to tap into a Mike Epps, okay? So let us slide over here, get into Mike Epps and what he had to say about SNAP benefits. Let's check it out.
When these food stamps and stuff get cut off, don't worry about that. See, black people, we've been getting our shit cut off. We've been getting our doors kicked in and stuff. This is not for us. So don't take this as personal about the food stamps and all that. I'm actually glad they cutting some of these niggas off food stamps because some of us need to not be on food stamps because it's a trickle down effect. You get the food stamps, then you go buy the food that give you cancer. Then you eat the food that give you cancer. Then you're sad. You walking around here upset. Your diet's fucked up. Now I'm gonna tell you some honest God truth. Your diet then sent a lot of niggas to prison.
Explain.
They're gonna take all of this and put it on Fox News.
Yeah.
And it's gonna say Mike Epps says you niggas don't need to be on food stamps.
You think so?
Yeah.
And you gonna go viral, and then they gonna call you MAGA Mike.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. But he did come back and it looks like he addressed. Well, no, there was another situation that happened that he ended up addressing. And that was the situation about the prisoners where he felt like people shouldn't, what was it, Bondy, about the prison situation?
They shouldn't be like having parties and celebrating when people get out of prison, which I agree with.
And
He
this is
said
what
they're failures. He said you're a failure.
oh wow.
Unless you ain't do it. That's the only time if you ain't do it.
And the
That's what he
people had
said. Yeah.
backlash about that, obviously,
Not for me.
because he wanted to speak to that.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated. I've always been a part of reform. I got brothers right now from my hometown that I'm trying to help come home. They've been in prison forever. I think you guys might have misunderstood what I was saying. I might have said it the wrong way, but what I was trying to say is we don't want to send kids mixed messages about coming home from prison, being celebrated, feeling like you got to go to prison and do 30, 40 years to be celebrated. I think you guys misunderstood that, misunderstood what I said. Wasn't saying that it was wrong to be celebrated, but we don't want to send a message to the kids saying prison is great, that you want to go home, go do 30 years and come home. I don't think that's cool. So I'm sorry if anybody took it the wrong way and got offended. I love my brothers. I've been incarcerated myself. I understand what that is, but
We know.
I might have said it the wrong way, but I mean well. And I love you, brothers. Free my brothers that's coming home. My man Derek, free all the guys that's coming home, man. And about the food stamp thing. The food stamp thing was misunderstood too. What I was saying is that we need to break the cycle of being on food stamps. There's 3 generations of people that have been on food stamps. Of grandmother, mother, and daughter. That's crazy. We gotta do better. We can't think that we need assistance. I know there's some people out there that need assistance. That's well, fine, and understood. But there's people out there taking advantage of the system that's not good. So just want to apologize if I offended anybody. I love y'all, man, and keep on doing the right thing. Peace.
All right. So he wanted to clear that up. Any thoughts on the prison and the food stamp matter?
Immediate.
Go ahead.
I was laughing my ass off because I seen it was a trend on TikTok not long ago where it said something like, if I took my mom out or if I took my dad out in public, they would be so cancelable because they're boomers.
Mm.
And everything he said, even in the way he apologized, sounded so cancelable and like, why? Well, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't say nothing wrong. But don't get me wrong, okay? I agree with what he said on the prisoners, right? Because nothing irritates me like seeing free my nigga blah 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 blah, free my nigga blah 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 blah, like over and over and over again. But and then when they get out, it's a whole huge celebration, but nothing before they went in, right? So I understand what he's saying in a sense, but it was comical to me that in his actual audio, the recording, he says, "Why are we celebrating you? You're a failure." But then in his apology, he's saying, "Free my nigga, da 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 da, free him."
Exactly.
So, like it's funny because I'm like, well, you said free Daniel, but in the same breath, not too long ago, you said if you went to prison, you was a failure. So is your homeboy Daniel a failure? Like the apology
Daniel
just
is
sounded
indeed
so
a failure.
ass backwards. You was talking out the side of your neck, so it was just comical to me. The food stamp situation. Okay, he said 3 generations should not be on food stamps. That's unfortunate, but the thing about it is, like I was saying before we started, the system is not built to help you get off of it. What
Right.
you need is the helping hand of someone who is privileged, whether that be a white person, another black person that looks like you, to pull you out of your situation and break that. You cannot just do it because you're the smartest or because of this. You need somebody who is privileged to choose you or give you an opportunity. So until that happens, there's going to be 3 generations of people on there. So I just think it was ignorant for him to speak on that, but very boomer like.
That's because they really have not paid attention, especially with Mike Epps. A lot of them have been very lucky. And the fact that they have been lucky, they don't realize that even their position is something that somebody else thought of ahead of time, that they needed a class of celebrity that was able to make the rest of the people feel like that being rich was in reach. And that means y'all will keep working in these systems and for these corporations that are lobbying against your fucking rights. You will keep buying into that system because you really don't know what's going on. And I wish before people spoke about shit like this, they would understand history. And I saw a post today talking about how rich white people or rich people, period, they're sending their children to school and their children are studying history. Like they're actually being history majors and shit at some of these Ivy League schools. And the reason why is because if you understand history, then you can understand everything else. And one thing I learned from reading history books about the proletariats and like the between the 1300s and when they started to privatize land and what happened in England. The only time the people were able to gain some power and start to be as successful or as comfortable as the wealthy, the bourgeoisie and the landowners is when them people decided after the Black Plague that they weren't going to work anymore. Everybody was like, fuck this. Half of the population is dead. I don't want to work for y'all. I would rather drink this liquor and eat off the land of what we got until we all out of here, because so many people, I think like over 50% of the population died in the Black Plague. So it left all of these landowners looking for workers, and the workers decided that they weren't going to work if they didn't feel like it. So then they would do contracts and they work for a certain period of time. And it wasn't until the bourgeoisie noticed that they were dressing just as fine as them that the church and the bourgeoisie got together and decided to create dissension by creating an inflammatory situation between women and men. Because women were the ones that worked these jobs that would organize how they would fight for their rights, and the men would follow in suit. So when they created this dynamic where they took the rights away from women and then kind of created these state and church sanctioned brothels. So they rolled back all of these rights on women and made it easier for men to abuse women. Like they actually made it a thing so that they can create this dissension. Because when the men weren't listening to the women, now nobody's listening to each other, and y'all are not fighting back against the actual people that are taking advantage of you. So once I understood that shit, I understood, and also understanding that people rarely get out of their parents' tax bracket. Most of the time, you might go one leg up, but for most people will not get out of their parents' tax bracket. And y'all work so hard, corporations, not to pay people enough money in order to do that in the first place. So that lets me know that it don't matter how much somebody work if they can't find a way, if they don't have somebody that has a little bit of something. You know what I mean? And if your boomer parents had an easier time at it. So your boomer parents were able to actually work and like accumulate things, and then they inflated the cost of everything and kind of cut it off. All of this happened during Reagan years. So the money that they was able to make now we can't make because of laws and shit that they voted for. So it is a different situation now, and people really need to be clear about that the world you lived in the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s is not the world that we're living in 2025. This requires more than what y'all are prepared to do. You know? So yeah, that's my
Facts.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add to that aside from the fact that I definitely agree. And I think that history is always the part that's missing when people give their, I hate to say uneducated, but lack of a better word, uneducated opinion on the SNAP situation. So and it's like, you think a lot of these people really want that? Like a lot of people trying to be where the hell you at. You the one that got money, you can take care of your family. Like that's what I mean. Other people want to be there too. You think everybody want to be on that shit? But like Necey said, like it's set up for you to kind of stay in that damn position.
Yes.
You know,
like the government
and
actually did like a deal with like Walmart and them to not pay, and the government incentivizes them, and then it keeps people on the government assistance. It's this hand washing thing that's happening.
Right. And then, you know, I get a little tired of them too when they say, especially the ones that's wealthy, them who I'm talking about. I hate when they talk about what people shouldn't be doing, but y'all not talking about what y'all are doing to probably help out in some type of capacity. So shut the hell up. Okay. Another thing, when he talked about the prisoners, like I understand that they probably shouldn't be celebrated, but I could care less if they are, they're not, just a little bit, because I mean, shit,
That's
they
a good
they
point.
everybody don't survive prison. Some people do. They're able to come out. They
That's a
might end
good
up going
point.
back. Some people able to stay out. Congrats. And then I also kind of related a little bit to the military. And people would be like, Jamie, that's so far out of bounds. And you may feel that way. But I feel like a lot of times the military go overseas and commit crimes for America. And then when they come back, they're celebrated. So then it's like,
Right. You
what
have
makes
to
them
be on
Not
go?
one accord about this
If they
shit.
want,
I
if they
get
want to
yeah.
celebrate
okay.
them,
The governmental gangster.
okay.
The only reason I agree with what he said about it is because I peeped how in some black families they don't celebrate people going to college the way they celebrate a nigga getting out of
And
jail.
out.
And
Mhm.
so that's the reason why I agree, because I did see that. Like they
Mhm.
you know, like a lot of people in the black community kind of point their nose up at like people who want to get an education. But then niggas do street shit and it's all this like reverence and respect.
Validation.
Yeah, for you
Free such and
fucking up.
such. Free such and such. Chili backwards.
And I understand that part too, and him saying, we don't want to send the wrong message to
Yeah.
the kids that, in order to get your stripes, you got to go out here and commit a crime and all of that. So I
Yeah.
definitely
And that's the message that's being
understand
sent.
that.
If you
Yeah.
went to jail for like drugs and you was in that bitch for a long time and you finally got out, I do think people should party for that shit. I do. Because I feel like they was doing too much. Like if you murder somebody, I'm not
Yeah.
celebrating you getting
Primarily,
out.
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Murder, nah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not
Absolutely. Rape,
celebrating that.
violation of children, no.
Right.
But if it's like,
Oh,
and
for
that's what
sure.
I'm
Cut
thinking
it off.
about. If it's more so like weed, because I feel like a lot of people are still locked up for like
Yes.
small things
Specific.
dealing with
Yes.
weed. It's like, why should they not be celebrated? And it's like, are they really a failure? Or did the government likely fail them? Because now some of it is legalized in other areas, and these people are still
Both.
behind bars.
It's both. It's both. Because sometimes I feel like, at least in my experience out here in New Orleans, a lot of niggas that's in prison are career criminals. It's not like, because I think you see shit on TV and you see these stories sometimes that go viral where it is like somebody did some shit one time and now they doing all of this time for something that they did. But
Mhm.
usually niggas have been in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out for years and end up in jail doing a 15, 20-year bid because it's their third strike and they've been going in and out.
Yeah.
So those niggas,
That's what I'm annoyed with.
yes. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not celebrating you got out. Get a job, nigga. Stay out of jail for more than 6 months. And then
And-
I'll be excited.
And that's why I
Right.
feel like it goes hand in hand, right? Because if they can't get a decent job and they're constantly denied, somebody at some point they are gonna start trying to sell something. And it was y'all that started dumping the shit in the neighborhoods for them to sell anyway, and then turn around and lock their ass up for the stuff that y'all were distributing in their neighborhoods. So it definitely, to me, like, yeah, it goes hand in hand as far as fault being taken upon them as well as the government. But I do agree though.
I just wanted to say one thing though, y'all. And I just want to put this on y'all heads because I feel like I didn't feel this way either because I grew up just like everybody else.
Mhm.
But we really should feel like people are entitled to food. Like I feel like when you realize how much effort that this country put in for you not to be able to just pick fruit off of a tree in order to force you to work a job so you can be a slave for them, and they privatize shit that they really shouldn't be able to privatize, like water, and make you pay monthly bills on shit that God and the earth gave to you. So when you understand how people are taking advantage of us in this system that we live in, you should feel like people are entitled to at least $400 to pay for these expensive ass groceries, because I still had to pay $600 to $500 for cleaning products and shit that food SNAP and all of that is not going to pay for. You know what I mean? So I want y'all to feel more entitled to things, because people who don't work, like billionaires, feel entitled to everything, even your life, your labor, 5 days a week, every fucking week for what, 60 to 50 years of your fucking life is ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous,
It is
y'all.
very.
And
And this is a reach.
yes.
But once you understand this, you understand why people decide to join cults. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying when you are so used to the system and your mind grows weak and you just want for freedom,
connection, freedom, living off the land. That's why that shit living on your
that's
own.
how Jim Jones got all them black people,
Yes.
because of this. Like it's crazy. That's how Jim Jones got all the black people. Because when you think about the way the society and the system is set up,
Right.
crazy.
So just imagine. So imagine if every ain't shit ass nigga was given a stipend for a place to stay that was clean and wasn't infested with roaches and rats and shit. Not nothing extra, but just a basic place to eat, sleep, and stay. You get a stipend for food, meaning that at base level, you don't have to work and you can get food, shelter, free education, and free healthcare. If everybody is given this, which people do it in other countries, America is one of the richest. We can afford to do it. If we did do that, imagine how, even if all niggas wanted to do was do nothing and sit in a house all day, they wouldn't be starving. So they wouldn't be knocking you over the fucking head for what you have. That's another thing, is like this survivalist shit is it creates this system where the people that really want to work hard, they will get knocked over the head by the people that can't really work that hard or can't really figure it out or whatever. So I really do feel like there are some things that if you want us to live in your country, because no matter what, when we die, y'all have a social security number attached to us that I feel like adds money to the bank of this country every time one of us dies, meaning that we're worth money whether we're dead or alive in this country. So you really should be feeding and housing all of the citizens of this country without them having to work 3 fucking jobs for less than $10 an hour. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And I just want to put that on everybody's mind, and then I'm gonna get off my soapbox. But I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what the fuck be going on. So,
And when you said, everything and people needing to be able to have access to food and stuff, it made me think about this doggone post that I thought I saved or reposted and I can't find it. But the guy was talking about pollen in
yes,
Atlanta and why it's so bad
yes.
because they decided that I guess they didn't want us black people to have access to food, like
Mhm,
natural food to grow on trees. So what
mhm.
they did was they planted a lot of male trees. And then at some point, they looking for, the male trees need, they were saying something about
They need
other
to
female
pollinate.
trees to
Fruit
yeah, they
trees.
need to pollinate. So
Yes.
what ends
Female
up
trees
happening
create
is,
food and fruit. So,
yes.
yeah,
And
they get rid
so
of them. And the
they just
pollen,
it's like them releasing, and then we get all this pollen on us. And they was trying to say how it's connected so much to race and stuff. And I'm like, dang, where is this post at? Because he could better tell it than I can relay it. And I'm like, I could have sworn I liked it or reposted it, and I cannot find it.
yeah, I heard that
But it
years
was good.
ago. A part of the Reconstruction era was them deciding that it wasn't just, it's not, y'all, they don't just do this to black people. They wanted to do this to everybody in this country. If you live here, you have to work to eat because we got rid of all the fruit trees, all of the female trees, so
Mm-hmm.
that you would have to work in order to eat. That was something designed because this country is not really a country for the people. It's a business. It's a business model that somebody employed, and they create an image that makes us feel like it's a real country, but it's really not, because if it was, we would not feel like we weren't deserving of these things that other people give their countries. But racism is what stops them from doing it. Like it helps them, like it's a tool. Racism is a tool. But essentially, when they decided to do that, the overpollination from the male trees, not having any female trees to pollinate, creates all of the allergies that we have, which then funds the all of the pills that you have to buy. You know what I mean? And then those things have issues on your liver when you take those. So now you're at the hospital for that. When you want to talk about a trickle down effect, that's the trickle down. And the things they put on our food. So you got JFK acting like he was going to do something, but no, you really just roll back regulations so the EPA doesn't even check half the shit they should. There are so many regulations that should be put in place to protect the citizens of this country, but there are people lobbying and paying
Mm-hmm.
for congressmen and all of that to not do it. So yeah, I mean, that's why it's so frustrating sometimes, because people really don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about, and they watch clips of things and they think they know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's like, no, you have to know history in order to know how we got here and what's even happening now, because all of this shit be like a repeated cycle over and over again. It's always somebody rich trying to force work on people under them so that they don't have to work, and then convincing the people doing all the work that they're not working hard enough. It's backwards.
Very much. I'm like, dang, I thought I saved that post. I hope he didn't take it down.
I saw
But
it. I saw
you
it. I
saw
know
it?
what you're talking about, but I've also, like, I've seen people talk
I
about
haven't
that like
seen it.
over and over again. So you could probably put
That's
it in.
crazy.
and it'll come up about no female trees or something like that. But it was some shit they did like during Reconstruction after slavery.
Sounds about right. Once they decided to restructure everything, it definitely sounds like it wasn't just for us, okay, to keep us out of stuff. It was more so to fund what they trying to do and making them the billionaires they are today. Like, it's just been so much stuff I feel that's been happening in politics. I'm like, okay, now I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm over it, especially when I saw that the Georgia election interference case got dropped.
Yes. I knew they was gonna use that
tired.
shit with Fanny. I was like, fuck Fanny, why Dick? Always over Dick, Fanny. Oh my God. Cause y'all know that's why they, said that she was a problem, right? Because she was fucking a dude that was a part of the trial with the niggas.
Yeah.
And they was able to use that. Yeah, I be mad at women all the time for this because it's always some dick. Okay, it was the same thing with Latoya Cantrell down here in New Orleans, our mayor. Okay, everybody hated you, but look how they got you hemmed up now. They got you hemmed up with actual charges because you was fucking some dude that you wanted to play bodyguard with, giving him jobs after he got kicked out of NOPD. Like, it's always some smart woman doing some goofy ass shit over dick. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds like a good segue.
No, I was about to say,
always-
that's got to be a segue. It's got to be.
Always a woman doing some goofy over NIGGA. Well, let's talk about Mia Thornton for a little bit.
Yikes.
Because Giselle Bryant and Robin Dixon came down to their podcast to have a conversation about Mia. So for the people that don't know, Mia Thornton of Real Housewives of Potomac was recently arrested, right, for larceny. She stole furniture out of a home she was renting along with her roommate / man, Inc. And the furniture ended up being about $11,000. All right. Not only that, she was being processed for an eviction a few months before that. And from what I'm understanding, she had another eviction prior to that in March of 2024. So let's get into it because that's crazy to me.
Are we talking about Mia? Yes, we can talk about Mia now. Lord, the Real Housewives of Prison.
No, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that because Mia's no
P-
longer a housewife of Potomac.
Okay.
So we're not gonna add that title for her. Okay. Leave. We're not in prison. I'm not a goddamn criminal. God damn it.
I'm like, at this rate, I'm gonna be next, y'all.
No,
I don't know what
you
I'm
ain't-
going to jail
you ain't
for,
going to
but I'm gonna
jail?
be next. I don't know what it's going to be for.
You don't commit crimes that I know of.
It's going to be for something stupid.
Well,
I
she
don't
said
know.
that.
I'm not
But-
putting that on me. I ain't going to jail.
No,
I don't
I'm
commit
not.
crimes.
I don't plan.
I'm not a criminal.
But
I don't
yes,
steal things that are not mine.
Yeah.
Even men.
Later.
I don't even take people's men that are not mine. Okay.
okay. So Mia Thornton the other day was arrested at the airport. She had a
Child.
warrant out for her arrest.
Oof.
For stealing furniture from a
Rental property.
furnished rental.
Yeah. So like staged or furnished.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And they made, I don't know the whole story, but it made it seem like she was trying to make a getaway at the airport. And
Well, if you watch the body cam, she says it's in storage.
yeah,
So you took it.
right.
And apparently I saw some other, I don't know if this is true, but I saw some other video and they said that the owner was in China.
Okay.
And I guess Mia thought this woman was never coming back
Okay.
and took her furniture.
But why would she put it in store? So you put the furniture in storage.
Yeah.
To do what with? Like to,
I listen. Mia was trying to make out like a bandit. Her and Ink, because Ink was there too.
really?
They said they mentioned his name.
No, she said something about Gordon. She asked the police if Gordon was still at the airport.
No, it is whatever Ink's real name is. That was the name mentioned.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's recent.
And she said something about a roommate. I heard her say something about emails and her roommate.
Okay, so this says update: Mia Thornton accused of moving out with ex-boyfriend DJ Ink.
I don't know that I believe this headline.
Oh, this headline is not true.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
In a report, condo management company alleges that
Jared
Fields
McCool.
Thornton. When was her last name? Fields ever?
That's her maiden name.
Okay. As Jared McGriff.
Okay, yeah. So he's Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is allegedly. We're going. I don't want nobody coming for me
Okay, so his name was probably on the.
on the lease.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that he was involved in stealing the furniture.
But he's gonna be blamed if his name was on the lease.
yeah,
He's
but my thing,
we're
okay,
talking
so-
about $11,000. Like, what are we doing here?
right.
Me, a girl, you could have called me. I'd have probably given you $3 for some furniture.
I'm just confused. My confusion is, okay, so they were moving out in the middle of the night. Like, how? I don't. If there was a warrant out for your arrest, this has been ongoing. I don't know. It's very confusing.
It's all strange.
Very confusing. But at the end of the day, it is a crime to steal somebody's furniture.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that she's, put herself in this situation. Sorry.
Are you?
I am.
Why? You thought about it and you decided to commit a crime. and now you feeling sorry for her? I don't.
Okay. I feel that whatever's been going on in her life lately, it's not just this incident. I just feel
Have
like
you talked to Mia?
I have not.
Okay, so how do we know she's going through something?
I'm just saying, okay, let's start with her family, she got a divorce, they lost their business, she got a
kicked
divorce,
off the
she
show.
left,
You
town for
feel bad
a
for her because
man,
she got kicked off the show.
which
You
kind of
got
like
kicked off the show, bitch.
ended up being the demise of her on the show, which I think she probably had planned to be on the show for a while. She moves to Atlanta for this man. She breaks up with this man. She gets with another man. She breaks up with him, or
Are they breaking up with her?
okay, they break up.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I just feel like she's like searching for something, and like, just something's not stable in her life.
Mhm.
That's just my perception from what I
But
see.
this is called life. It seems like life is lifing for her.
Yeah,
And when life starts lifing, you've got to make good decisions.
Yeah.
Got to make great choices.
that's true.
I think she's making some poor choices.
Yeah.
That in those cases, I never say, you know what, I feel sorry. Not in this case, goddamn it, because we know Mia. She did this and she thought about it, and this is what she decided to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but if you want to feel, because Robin's always feeling sorry for people, I'm here for you on that. But I'm just no.
I just for anyone that is going through any type
She's
of
not on my prayer list.
issue, okay, I just hate that they have gotten to a point where they're in this situation.
That she felt like she needs to steal 11,000
Yes.
TV off a wall.
Yes.
This, you know how much TVs cost nowadays? $50. Like, this is not expensive
Right.
shit. It's like, what's happening here? Why is she taking furniture?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the part I don't understand. If she moved out in the middle of the night, why do you put it in? I don't know. It's
Don't
all,
make no
it's
sense.
weird. I don't think we have all the details. But
Let me tell
clearly
you, I'm
need
calling
to-
Jacqueline
she
over the
should have given
weekend.
the ladies furniture back.
I'm calling Jacqueline over the weekend.
You
I'm
gonna
getting
get
the
the
tea. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna have Ashley call her. Because Jacqueline, we know she loves spilling the tea. Jacqueline gonna give it
She gonna
all
give it.
the business.
Oh my gosh.
I was talking to somebody about it. I can't remember who, and they were feeling like she did this as a stunt.
No.
And I'm like, no, you don't stunt your way to jail.
no.
You know,
No.
like to get back into like the news.
Oh no.
I don't.
Not with this.
No.
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 I do want to say she looked very good in her mugshot.
Did she?
Yes.
Okay.
Her mugshot, she looked good.
Better than Wendy.
Oh yeah. It was that's what Wendy was going for. Like Mia gave what Wendy was trying to give.
Wendy was going for my wig is on crooked, and Mia was going for glam, airport glam.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but it was like natural. It was like natural airport glam.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what the ladies had to say about Miss Mia Thornton. Robin was giving her a lot of grace and support, unlike what she did for Wendy. And she was acting very confused by the headline, but she was very sure when it came to Dr. Wendy and her headline. But
That's why Robin is where she is, on the couch. Robin couldn't even really. Did y'all catch at the beginning of this, Giselle almost, so when Robin said Real Housewives of Prison, Giselle almost said, no, don't put that, we ain't gonna put her up there with us. She wanted to say we ain't gonna put her up there with us, but then she had to realize that Robin ain't on the show no more, so she rephrased what she was gonna say. Anyway, I'll say this. Like I said last week, I do believe that this was a stunt. Two things can be true. I hate to say this. I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I had to take a. Mia is gutter as fuck. We knew this from jump. She thought she was classy because she worked at a strip club that sold lobster instead of chicken wings. I am not shocked by any of these activities at all. If you really been looking at Mia over the last, let's call it a month, she's been so thirsty to get back on Bravo. She's been under the comments of everybody you can think of trying to interact and get in good. She went down to Atlanta trying to be cool with the Atlanta girls. She was on a boat with fucking Bobby Valentino trying to be seen. The desperation. She was even commenting under Ashley Darby's post trying to be cool. Y'all don't even fuck with each other, and Ashley Darby paid her dust. So I'm like, that is so funny. Like, I'm not shocked that you tried to make a headline literally right after talking shit about Wendy getting arrested. So I think that she's coming from, and people get so upset when I say this, because please do not take offense to this if you feel like you've grown up in a place of lack. I'm not casting judgment on people like that. It's literally when people are put into one situation, you come out one way or another way. She came out one way. It came from a place of lack, and she engages in gutter activity, and that's what has gotten her to where she is. So her thieving and stealing furniture is getting to the headline. I think she just trying to get back in the limelight. This is all she knows.
That's possible.
I don't care about Mia in the slightest. I don't trust anything about her to the point that she's boring. Like, even all of this shit couldn't like make me actually be interested, because once I feel like I can't trust what you're saying, I truly don't give a fuck. Because if I can't decipher what's the truth from a lie, then I disengage. Because I feel like the fact that you're trying to confuse me is a manipulation within itself. And I feel like she often is trying to like confuse people. And I feel like I clicked out when she was doing that shit with her kids, like questioning, whether the kid was the new niggas or Gordon's. Like,
Gutter activity.
why would you even play like that, you bum ass bitch? And then gonna get your ass on the fucking internet laughing about Wendy's situation, all for you to turn right around within a month. But stealing a TV off a fucking wall when you could get a TV for $265, 65-inch down to the tall J? Yeah, bitch. Your life is.
I went and picked one up today.
Listen, I was about to my TV fucking up downstairs, acting weird, and I had to like turn it off because half the screen was static. I was like, bitch, am I gonna have to go back to Target and get a new TV? Like, don't make me do this. I just came from over there. But at the end of the day, I just kind of feel like I hate when grown women have these like erratic, unstable lives like that. And to me, she has like this erratic, unstable life as a 40-something-year-old woman. And then you care so much about image. And it's like you were talking about how much money I'm making $40,000. Like, we knew you really wasn't making it like that when you was that excited about it. So yeah, I just kind of feel like she's always been fraudulent. So I'm just kind of tapped out on Mia's weird ass. And I'm glad she's no longer on the show. Even though I'm lackadaisically watching the show. And the only reason I'm watching it, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Y'all want to really know why I watch the show?
Nothing else on?
Well, I watch it so I can know what's going on. So when we talk about it.
Yeah.
But Stacey. I watch it to watch Stacey. I'm not even gonna front on y'all. She's hilarious to me. Like her dry humor. When that big, we're gonna talk about it later, I'm sure. But that sweaty big titty bitch.
Arabella.
I know y'all saying no. I know, but y'all broke Target pockets enough, and I really don't shop there the way I used to. But they are one of the. I'm not going back to Walmart. I'm just because it's between Target and Walmart. I'm not going back to Walmart.
Y'all know who Mia reminds me of when I say spirit of lack?
Oh,
Mia is literally Marlo. Do y'all see it? Okay. What I mean is like they will do anything for attention. And like they're desperate and thirsty to keep the opportunity in a way that other housewives aren't, because they come from a spirit of lack. And when I say desperate and thirsty, I mean they will reach the furthest when it comes to storylines, reads, things like that.
Yeah.
Like Marlo used to, before, like I say Marlo used to do below the belt nasty ass reads before everybody started doing it.
Mhm.
And it used to be like, ugh, you really gonna go that far and do all that? Now the shit is normal, right? But Marlo was doing that because she came from a place of lack. She needed to keep her spot on the show. Mia, with these gutter ass storylines, place of lack. So I feel like they're very, very similar. I just think that unfortunately Marlo is a little bit more classy version of Mia. I think Marlo assimilated better.
Yes.
Marlo is who Mia thinks she is.
Yeah, low key.
Yes. Yes.
But you
Yeah.
too busy moving. See, what Marlo understood is that you could never like really depend on no nigga for real, for real. You could get what you could get
Yeah.
out of him, but you can't depend on him for real, for real. I think Marlo probably had an opportunity to marry some fuck ass nigga and decided, nah, I would rather just fuck you on every now and again and get the check from you. Thank you. Like Summer Walker.
Mhm.
So, I respect these choices because I've watched women go from being married and being faithful and doing everything to when they're older, and how things change once people are older, because it's like everybody understands we didn't been together all this time. If you fucking somebody else, you got your little girlfriend somewhere, nobody cares. Like when
Right.
people get older, like I'm just saying, like I've watched people get older, y'all. And once you realize how when people get older and close to death, they be doing whatever the fuck they want to do, you realize they're especially gonna do that when they're younger. So what is you like? I'm not about to be getting all upset. Like you either gonna act right or you not. Like it
Right. Okay.
much.
Yeah. So I hope she gets it together. It sucks that she came down here to be with a man that led her into an eviction and into a jail cell. So I
Right?
really hope
A
that she
bum.
figures that out. Mm-hmm.
A little
That's
bum at
it.
that. Just a little bum. I hope the dick was worth it. I hope he was a kickstand. That's what I hope for the girls. Cause I feel like there's not enough good sex going on, even with all of this. So if y'all gonna be playing yourselves, can y'all at least be busting a nut or have a nigga, have your eyes rolling in the back of your head? Do something.
That's crazy. I
Mm.
really just feel bad for the kids, them being uprooted, only to be uprooted again. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, aren't they with Gordon?
Are they? Or yeah, I was like, are
I
they?
thought they were
She
with
seemed
her.
I think they probably
Mm.
with Gordon, and she might just have them kids every now and again. I feel like Gordon probably got them kids. I hope Gordon got them.
Gordon is going to give them a stable home.
Please,
She ain't
Gordon,
got.
kids. Please,
I don't think she got them. That's my vote. She
for
ain't got them.
everybody that think that I hate men, listen to me. It has to be very specific. Please, Gordon, have the children. The mother should not have them.
He ain't got 'em.
Please, Gordon.
I'm sure Gordon got the oldest one too.
I
That's not
trust
biologically
Gordon.
his.
Exactly. I trust Gordon.
Well,
with
his
the
dad
children.
lives down here. Let her tell it. Remember, she was finna fly down here to be with Ink, but made it seem like she was coming down here to see her son, her oldest son, who now lives with his dad here in Atlanta.
Bitch, what? What?
Hmm.
She has another child somewhere?
Yeah, she got I think the 2 with Gordon, and then she has an older son who's in his teens.
I had no idea. I thought she just had the kids with Gordon. I didn't know.
Yeah. He was on the show at one point, but yeah, he's with his dad now.
Oh, he might have been younger back then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And I
Yeah,
just might have
when he
assumed that
first
they
came
were
on the
all
show.
Gordons. Okay. Yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's oh my God, I don't like that lady. Cause to me, like you're gonna raise like your sons are gonna be beating on women somewhere because my mom was a hoe. And so now I'm angry about it for the rest of my life.
Okay. You think she
Damn,
raising
I
some
hope
Stevie
not.
J's?
Girl, yes. Did y'all read the Millegro Graham shit? Did you read it, Jamie?
No, what happened?
Girl, I was reading like the breakdown Megan Kuniv did of Megan and Millegro in court. Yeah, why Millegro was telling us how her mom was like a video girl and hypersexualized, and that got her mom in a lot of trouble. And she just really has a problem with how hypersexual everything is now, and there's no substance. So basically, you hate your mama, and so that's why you hate Megan Thee Stallion. I was reading it today, and I was
Everything's hypersexualized.
that's
But
what
did she go down to the courtroom with her titties out in that outfit
listen.
when Tori was there?
That's what you said. She hate her mama, so she hate Meg Thee Stallion. That's right. That sounded about right.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like the girls that, are hyper fixated on other women like that, like they really hate their moms. Like they're pissed off at their moms, and they just if they see a woman that looks like their mom, but I'm like, Megan is not anybody's mama. So I don't know why y'all are pointing that energy at her. But
Mhm.
that's what's happening, because that's what she was saying, y'all. She was talking and talking and talking about her life like she was just waiting for a moment.
So she gave the actual, like, kind of like a transcript of what she said and what the young lady said, what Megan said on the
Megan Kunis, Megan
yeah,
Kunis
yeah.
on her site. She has her website, and
Okay, I'm
she's
gonna go
been
look.
doing like actual updates, of everything she's been doing on Twitter and putting it
Perfect.
together clean on her page. I need to go and see, because I know today was like the last day. I don't know if they decided or not what they were gonna do. I didn't see anything. But
Oh,
to
I
me,
just knew they was gonna get a verdict before Thanksgiving.
yeah, that's what I thought. So I might have to go check. But I hope they did. And yeah, I don't
The
like
last thing I saw was she said she was related to Beyonce. That was the only thing I saw on Twitter.
I'm sorry, bitch. What?
That's what they said on Twitter, that Milagro said she was related to Beyonce.
Oh my God.
That's
I don't.
Oh my
Who's
God.
Milagro? Who's Milagro?
That's the one that was putting out lies by like Tory Lanez during the trial. She put out that fake porn, like she shared a link of that fake
This the
porn.
one that's getting sued right now.
Yes.
yeah.
Milagro Grams? Who's Milagro?
Yeah, that's the
Milagro.
name. She was,
Okay.
I guess, she had a station head. Apparently, she got a deal with station head doing live 5 days a week, 5 hours for $6,300 a month. I say, bitch, 5 hours, 5 days a week for $6,300.
And that sounds like a 360
5
deal.
hours.
Girl,
5 hours, 5 days a
days.
week. That's a
girl,
360 deal. You're working what?
girl. And then she lost that when she did all of this shit with Megan. And so Tori was sending her money, but she also said, not Tori's daddy was sending her money, but she said that she actually sent Tori money. And she has kids, y'all. She said he sent some coats and stuff to her kids one time, but she sent him money when he was in jail. I said, what?
Wow.
Wait, I'm still sure. Hold on. Did you say 5 days a week or 5 times a month?
No, 5 days a week, 5 hours a day.
Hold
On
on.
station head. $6,300.
5 days times 5 times 4.
For social media, that's way too much. For social media, that's that's too much time for only $6,300 a week.
That's insane.
I might do
That's
like,
disrespectful as hell.
I'm about to tell you, bro. Like, so just to like give y'all a scope, I'll make double that and make half the videos. Like low key, I can make 3 videos in 1 week and make double that.
She playing her. It's a 360 deal. That's
360 is crazy.
Wild. I just want to say shout out to YouTube.
But look, but look, here, I'm still over here like, but yeah, so how you got that deal though? Like, so it's like, okay, so
that's another income. That's another
right,
income.
because it's like, okay, but you could, I mean, if you know how to negotiate, you probably could get a better one. At least, maybe we could.
She could have got a better one. No, that's what I was about to say. Listen. 2026, I'm claiming it because it's people out here with shit, and I'm like, it's no fucking way that y'all ain't never heard of Ladies First Panel. What? Are you serious? Now, we don't want it for no $6,300 a month.
That would never.
We will pass on that, but we can talk. Like, I'm not understanding. I didn't know who Milagro was. I guess we gotta rub
Stop
feet
playing
with
with me
somebody
in these
else.
comments. I don't like that. They be saying you are. I am not. I am in debt. I am not rich. You can't be rich when you in debt, bitch.
I think they just trying to affirm you.
No, they trying to make it seem like I got money so somebody could rob me. I don't have any
Good
money.
night.
Trying to put that on me. I don't have anything.
Okay.
I had a hole in my roof. I have a hole. I might have a hole in the ground. There's mold. I have things to take care of. This is not the life you think it is.
What Funky Done even said, rich like this, but not like this.
Listen, no, for real.
That's what it is, guys.
And it's all
Rich
because
like
of you.
Hard out here for a pimp.
It is all because of you. Please don't misunderstand me. I am not doing this on my own.
For sure. All right, y'all. Let's see where else we want to go with this. As we were talking about people that make poor decisions, I think I want to hop over here and get into Summer Walker real quick.
Yes.
Summer Walker out here looking crazy AF, but this ain't the first time because Summer has always given us some very awkward vibes, and she's continuing to do so. This audio dropped of her talking to this guy named Rich the Kid, right? And we're gonna play.
He been around.
Huh?
I said he done been around. That's somebody,
believe
baby.
so.
His baby mama was on a reality show, I think.
I think it was the Impact ATL, the girl he with now, Tori Bricks, who Summer got into it with.
Yeah.
But what
I
I'm
thought
hearing
his baby
also,
mama was on Platinum Life.
you know what? Maybe that was the first girlfriend because they saying that Tori, he was, I guess, with somebody else, so he was married or something like that, and Tori was the side chick.
I heard that.
So I can't feel bad for nobody in this situation.
Huh.
But yeah, maybe the first lady got kids. But this is Summer on his line.
I'm not gonna bother y'all. Like, you can buy me a new phone so she don't know the number and save it under Pizza Hut for all I care. I'm not gonna post it. Nothing. I'm not gonna, because y'all was never gonna stop with each other anyway. That's why I just like kind of just start shit up, because she was acting crazy. She's always acting crazy. She be fighting people and everything, calling the flower shop looking for the address. Like, I don't have time for that shit. I can't have a serious relationship with someone when they baby mama act like that. So I'm so glad that y'all are back together. I want y'all to be together forever, and I just want to with you because y'all was never gonna stop.
Child, she basically said she just wants to, rock with him. She wants to be the side chick. She ain't trying to be the main chick or anything like that.
Everybody heard the voice now. Now you still calling me right now, so what you saying? Yes, that's it, man. Thank you. I'm in India, by the way. India. Somehow she could have had me, but she was begging. That's all. Begging.
Everybody been him for years. He for everybody. So what's the problem? Like what? Like, you're never gonna leave. You're never gonna leave. It comes to a point where it has to be like a certain level of disrespect that you have got to come to. Like, all right, this is it. It can do anything to you. So if you're not gonna leave and he's gonna keep cracking that wallet wide open, then can't we all just get along? You cannot catch every single one. He's never gonna stop. You can't stalk every single one of these hoes. You're gonna end up going to jail or getting hurt or like by somebody, not by me. I don't care that much. I'm having a girl talk with you. You really gotta cut it out, and you have to start understanding, like, okay, he's the problem. He don't like you. He don't like you. He doesn't like you, babe. He doesn't like you. If he liked you, reality check, y'all would be married with no scandals and no infidelity. Okay? Seriously, you gotta cut it out. Because I don't know what you're about to do. If you're like about to go out and on a tangent and lose your mind and try to start talking about everything me and that man ever talked about. It's childish. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate, and it's
It's inappropriate.
It's really sad. It's sad. So from woman to woman, you gotta cut it out, okay? All right. These will be the last flowers I receive from him, okay? Okay.
Everybody heard.
That's insane. Hold on.
I just want to be the side. That's what I was saying. Like, I just want to be the side, and I just want you to chill. I don't like him enough to lay up next to him every day. I don't even know how you do it. I'm not going to start talking about him. I'm not going to start talking about him, but you know the things about him. Girl, I don't know how you do it. I was just trying to play my little position. He clearly won't stop, and he's obsessive. You can like say that you're going to leave him alone, and he will just call you back to back to back. get to call your friends, get to call your manager, get to call your assistant, get to sit and stuff. It's like free money. So why would you just every now and then you just give in? You'd be like, you know what? Let that take me somewhere. And you know what? I'm actually really glad you did this. Because I was this close. I said, damn, I really want to push and I really want a condo in Miami. But I really kept thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, because you act nuts. And this is what I needed to see. I was never going to get peace in my condo. You were going to tear.
That's crazy. With this girl money. With this girl man money. So, of course, her and Tori go online. They're going back and forth. Tori accuses her of harassing her. She said that she tried to link up with her, saying that you knew that we was engaged. You was trying to link up with me to hang out. Whole time you was trying to smash my man or whatever. Tori posted a video of them being together, like linked up, and her rubbing on Summer's butt. And also she posted DMs. But for me, the DMs kind of gave that y'all didn't link up beforehand.
Jamie, you said she was rubbing on Summer's butt.
Yeah, let me see if they got the post up here.
They had a threesome.
I feel like it's giving sister wives high key. I feel like she knows exactly what that man be out here doing. Like, that's another lady. Let me see, because we don't really care about Selena. This was the video. They still got it. There you go.
Yeah, they had a threesome. They fucked her together.
Because it's giving something.
And I'm gonna just tell y'all, it might be problematic, but I'm on Summer's side because I feel like this is the least problematic Summer has been this entire time. Because she's been way more problematic in the past to me. To me, when she got that nigga Larry name tattooed on her face, when she decided to be with Lil Meech, who's real crunchy, and Jess Hilarious said he stinks, he's musty, looks musty. Like she just made worse decisions, right? And so to come to the point where she's like, I don't really want him, but I'm a Mac on him on his phone. Like, I'm drunk. I'm a Mac on this nigga. I'm going to tell him, that I just want to be the side. Because I really do just want to be the side. I don't want to be bothering him all the time. I want to have a good time. I want to get the dick. I want him to buy me shit. And then I want him to come home to you. I don't want to be his everyday. And so, like, I get it. And I also feel like the girlfriend knows he's out here. Like, y'all broke up and got back together because he's been cheating with all of these other people. To me, the only reason you would make it a big deal with Summer is because you can get clout off that. Because that's Summer Walker and he fucking somebody that's famous. But girl, outside of that, girl, you calling a flower. As soon as I heard she calling a flower shop, I was just like, yeah, Miss Girl, that's not your man. And people talking about it like they married. They are not married. They're engaged. And to me, the engagement might be a shut up ring. Like, I cheated on you, but I still want access to you. So here go a ring. So yeah, girl,
You explained it perfectly. I hate this situation for Summer because that is really embarrassing that she called him on the phone talking about saving his Pizza Hut. But two things are true. The dick is fire. FYE. I'm going to assume, just based on the way she's acting.
Hold the pussy up.
FYE. Two, I'm not saying I condone, but the second thing that's true is this has to be such an embarrassment to Tori because the way that Summer is behaving is as if it's why. Well, y'all saw when we started the story, I said he didn't been around, right? Because I heard his name before. So the second thing is that it's common knowledge that this man is community dick. He's a pass around. So I think that Summer, I think this is what we need to do. Like Bondy said, they're not married. You know how we'll be talking about women be ran through? How we don't talk about it. But people say women be ran through. Treat these men how y'all be talking about women that be ran through. You can't take them seriously. So and like Bonnie said, they're not married. They're not married. He's a fucking pass around. So I do think that this is kind of bird behavior, but at the same time, this is a single woman, Summer Walker, who really just want to fuck with somebody, and she ain't got shit to lose in this situation. So
and thank God she didn't get pregnant.
Thank God. Yeah. And then some other nigga I saw just said she had an abortion. Everybody in the comments was like, great. We're so glad.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
For her bringing no more fucking kids in this
she
world.
Got shit to lose in this.
I
Yeah, I
yeah,
hate
I
it.
yeah, I see. I agree. I definitely feel like Niecy, like two things are true. You sounded like a damn fool on that phone. You did sound like you was begging, but I also
Yeah.
understand that women have to say certain things to make you think that that they are that interested in you to get what it is that they want out of you. But I do question whether or not the DICK was really that good, or was it really
The
just the
money.
The money.
right, or was it the coin and the fact that he gonna spend it on not just her but her friends too.
I mean, what
It
does it
might have been.
matter? Like,
They're both
oh,
the same, one and the
yeah,
same.
either will
You
do.
think the money and the dick is one and the same? Can't be.
I mean, in its
It's
Okay.
not.
value, in its value,
No, you mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying in its value. Like a generous man with a bunch of money is equivalent
To
as
a
a
man
man
with
with
yeah, I
with
got you.
five, yeah,
yeah.
FYE,
To me,
five
he
dick.
he looked like
I think it's the money.
at least he eating booty good. Like he's young. Like
Ugh.
you got to be doing something good sexually because it ain't like she thirsty for money like that. So I definitely think that the dick is probably a little long. That's what it's giving.
That
Giving a
sounds
little
good
long.
to me. I mean, she did say she was messing with a man for years. I've been messing with him for years. Yikes.
And if you
And
They
got
you
said
know,
he's not
Tori
generous though. He dropped her and he's begging, and she's begging. He
so
was generous when he was with her. The comment from Mrs. Andrews said that he's not generous though. He was generous. She said he was about to get the condo and something else. So she
and
got
Tori.
plenty of things from him. Yeah, he was generous. Just because he dropped her, that doesn't make him not generous. He might have dropped her because he got caught up in his situation.
right. And
Like,
this person is more
Yeah.
Alika is going to choose the sure thing over the woman he might have to worry about. And he gonna have to worry about
always.
Summer Walker. He's not gonna be able to hold Summer Walker in
Right.
place like he can that other girl. That don't mean that Summer is not right about him being obsessed. 'Cause
Going back to
Only
what Niecy said, you know, I mean, he didn't send her them flowers for no reason. So something, I mean, you know, something must have happened.
she said, I wanted my condo, and you just made me know that I wasn't gonna enjoy it, as if there was no doubt in her mind that he was gonna get it. Like,
But
Right,
the other
exactly.
thing
Exactly.
is, I feel like this is regular girl shit because Summer Walker could buy her own condo. This
Right.
ain't nothing. This is just fun to her. This is
yeah.
fun with the community dick. And if I
And
was
she
Summer,
the
I
dick has
would drop it. And if I was Tori, I would leave that man. Who wants to be with a man that's community
That's
deep?
what I'm saying. And he
For
over there
real.
taking 25 racks, giving it to her to pay her mortgage. Like, is you cool?
like, why do you want to be with a nigga you got to be this worried about? Your nerves got to be this bad. When Summer said, bitch, I don't want to lay. I'm trying to figure out how you do it. Yeah,
Exactly.
it don't matter what you say about. You can say whatever you want to say about Summer. That alone to me puts you in the lesser situation that you really want to be with him. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she took no
Like she
L's.
beat up her best friend, I believe. One of her former best friends came to the front and showed like on
yeah,
her sheets a bunch of blood and stuff. And she accused Tori of attacking her, saying that she was under the influence. Summer posted that on her page and she said, you can't stalk and beat up everybody. And you can't. Like, I hate when women do that. Y'all go through their phones, y'all search for certain information. Then when you find it, you're not prepared to make no move. Like, what you doing? The
you
least you
don't
could
like
do is be disrespectful as fuck when you find out. If you're not ready to leave and get the hell on, at least be
that.
disrespectful as hell.
Sue
Like,
him and stop
that's
catching
crazy.
charges over these niggas too. Cause
Mhm.
that's crazy. Y'all be out here willing to go to jail over a nigga that's gonna cheat on you anyway.
And y'all know what made me believe that this was like a threesome type of relationship when that girl
It
Tori
was.
sat up there and said, "You arguing with him? What I got to do with it?" Huh? I said, "Well, if that's the case, when she fucking on him, what you got to do with it then? If
Yeah.
that's their situation, then why? Huh?" I said, "Yeah." I said,
They all
"They in
fucked.
cahoots."
And she continued to fuck him one on one after the threesome, is my opinion. That's my
What you should have
opinion.
known he was gonna do. Like, what do you think?
And she, low key, with her arguing on the internet with Summer, she gives the vibes to me that she's the type of girl to participate in threesomes just to feel like he's not cheating on her. And
Yeah.
this is just something that he took offline. He
Yeah.
took him and Summer went offline.
But no, girl. No.
Child. Y'all done left me with so many segues. I mean, let me get it together real quick. Okay.
That's a good show. Do you hear me? Like the video.
Which one? I didn't mention threesomes. What segue is that? Is it
Think about it.
fly
Think
above
about it.
all the haters?
Okay.
I fly above.
I fly, I fly. It
It's
is.
the
No, no,
weekend.
yeah,
Don't
it
think I'm
was.
not.
Weekend.
When you're out making love, don't think I'm not. Even when you're good and somebody's fine, getting hot, don't stop. Just don't think I'm not, because I'm gonna get it mine. Yes, come on.
I know that's right. So unfortunately, Candy Burris and Todd Tucker are over. Candy came out and let people know that she filed for a divorce on Friday. With her filing for that divorce, she said it's been difficult. You know, you could tell when she talked about it on Amazon Live, she was a little raw in her feelings.
That
More
breakup cry.
news came out. Yes. She said that she probably gonna talk about it at a later time. She said that it's been something that she's been dealing with for a minute, so they've been having issues for a while. But according to the court documents, they just separated, where he's living in a completely different residence as of July of 2025, which I found to be interesting because she still celebrated his birthday with him August 2025, along with Fatum. Y'all remember Fatum that was a part of Real Housewives? When she was going at Drew, and people have been alleging that that is their girlfriend together. And I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, I know Candy's open with her relationship, but I don't know. People are trying to fault Fatum and say that she had something to do with, their breakup. And Fatum actually responded, like somebody said, "Oh, they blaming you or whatever." But I feel like it takes two people, to for something like this to happen. And she says, "I appreciate your wisdom" or something. Let me pull that post up real quick because I just want y'all to see what she said. Let me share this one. Can y'all see this? Yeah,
Yes.
so that's what she put up.
Oh,
Somebody said the people saying you broke up these good people marriage, but a wise woman knows you can't break what's already broken. And she says, "I admire your wisdom."
What?
So you
What a
fucking
weird ass response.
right, because they make it feel like you fucking somebody. You may not even be. It may not even be tied. They saying that her and Candy together is what I heard.
Listen, can I be honest? And I like Candy, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. I started to wonder that too.
We
So
want you.
me, I went to Candy's page and I went to her tags, and I just saw a lot of tagging with Fatum, and I was like, like y'all
Well,
sure this ain't Candy chick? Like y'all sure this Todd's?
I heard it was Candy's chick. I didn't hear it was
did y'all
tied.
see the clip? That's with y'all saying that. Did y'all see the clip from Candy's? I think her YouTube. Who she do the show with? Is it DJ A1
Yeah.
or A1 and somebody else? And it was a clip. Literally the week before this divorce was announced, Candy was talking about threesomes, and she said threesomes has never been an issue in her marriage. She said, matter of fact, I just had a threesome less than 6 months ago, and it was great. Now, knowing what we know now, it's like you all, now that we know that, I'm wondering, were you trying to flex Fatum or Fade, whatever the lady name is, by saying it was great? Was it so great that you ended up with the lady? I don't know.
Listen, it's a possibility. I told y'all what I think about most of them hoes in Atlanta, but specifically Candy. Yeah, I honestly feel like there's Candy is a part of that generation of Generation X, that if they was born just maybe 5 to 6 years later, they would have been openly gay. But because they grew up in a time period with the parents that they
Oh, it was
did,
the old clip.
they can't. I'm sure it was like, because I don't think her and Ty were having threesomes like that frequent, and I haven't seen them do that show in a minute. But
Okay.
I can imagine them having a threesome and Candy having a relationship with a woman that they did the threesome with. And I could imagine it's because Todd is a man. And so to me, even if there is no threesome involved, this marriage was going to eventually dissolve because Todd is a man who's with a woman that makes more money than him and has more clout than him. And so eventually that was going to run its course. Cause like I was watching a lot of those old clips that everybody been
Nasty clips.
reposting. And yeah, he's making her like he's doing all kind of like manipulative shit in all of the
Mental
clips.
manipulation.
Yes,
Yes.
emotional, and the fact that she's
Microaggressions.
yes, and she's hurt right now, which makes me know that whatever happened, it's that nigga fault. I know we're not saying that, but it's that nigga fault. That's what I believe. Prove me wrong, but that's what I believe.
I want to play this video here. And I'm wondering, is this old or new? Because this could be old. I don't.
That's
But
the one that everybody in the comments is saying is, oh, this is the clip I'm referring to.
Okay.
Threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine. It worked great, actually. Anyway, I mean, I feel like
Candy and this little pussy.
it's the communication.
Wait a
This
minute.
little pussy's just hot. It is.
What are you talking about?
Your
I'm
love.
just saying it's the
No, I don't even
communication.
like it, nigga.
of
I'm
it all.
grown.
But
Grown
I
ass woman.
think that
Would you like? Would you think that stepping outside the threesome?
hell yeah, that's cheating.
Okay, so
That's
you
what I
answered the
said.
question.
Like it's based off of what their communication was. Like some people, like
She said without telling him, meaning
okay, yeah,
he's
yeah,
not knowledgeable
sis,
that she's going to get
you
her little
cheating.
shit turned up.
Okay, sis, you cheating. You cheating.
Right. Thank you.
You cheating.
Now back to you and these threesomes you be having.
Nah, we can get off that. I didn't see it's so said like you be having like as if it just be all the time.
Oh, I ain't around there with your shit. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So you and Ty, y'all be fucking hoes or y'all don't fuck hoes? No?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Calm down.
That didn't even sound like English. What just happened?
Do you and Ty currently have threesomes, or is that something that y'all just did early on in y'all little relationship, y'all marriage?
Oh.
What is this little
do you
shit?
see a chick out and be like, I hit that hoe? Ty be like, I hit that hoe too.
You mean like randoms? No.
I know you don't do randoms. Y'all too famous for that. You too, you know what I'm saying? Too much. Well,
Definitely Portia.
See a little something. We don't live in this hotel.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too. So let's tap into this other post that I wanted to get into. Shout out to Binge Worthy. I want to get into some of the posts that he had.
Out of you bring so hot around like you.
Let me tell you how I am, right? The same way that you just said that, that's exactly what I'll be thinking. Like, let's say my kids.
I'm smashing all Candy friends if we single. I'm the ball down.
I would nuts.
He seemed like he joking.
No. I gotta go.
Would you be mad if I was smashing one of your friends?
Hell yeah, if we went together no more. Yes, you're my husband and my children's father.
Is there any friend you wouldn't even be tripping about?
Fucking bomb.
Ass like you think
Not
about
tell
it.
me. I'm just talking.
He ain't going nowhere.
Then I was like, but babe, I'm happy now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's like.
And Ace and Blaze loves them.
Yeah.
I would smack the shit out of you. You bring so hot around like you.
Let me tell you.
I know I'm just messing up your whole deal.
That's crazy.
No,
that's not even part of the conversation.
No, but it is to me because even in divorce, I don't think it's right when men be trying to take half of the women. I don't think it's cool. Like, I feel like a man should always be a man and be able to handle his own.
So you gained your money while the man was with you, and he nurtured you, he helped you, gave you ideas. He was a part of that, that progression. You don't think he should get anything? You did it all.
What is he?
Nobody said she did it all.
There's all these bombs.
To do that, let's work on this. Like he's setting you up. He's
The editing and music is so funny.
Sound like a Wendy Williams situation.
Oh, I don't really know that. But I'm just saying that he helps you blow up.
I understand because he was like her manager, right?
No, I'm just saying someone who like really influences, who's really there. So now you blew up. You wasn't blown up. Now you blew up.
Okay, I like how Steve Harvey say he is now. What? But the money I had when I came in this thing,
Nobody's talking about. That's not even part of the conversation.
No, but it is to me because what I'm saying is, when you and I got together in marriage,
right,
and we made more businesses, we made more, there are more things happening.
Right.
To me, the money that was made after marriage, that's a different conversation because we both contributed, whatever.
Child, that's terrible. I hope this divorce is not going to be long and drawn out. And
I think it will be.
I feel like some of the businesses done dissolved. So is
Right.
there
So what's the
anything
new?
to like really split? Because I don't think he should have rights to nothing she did before him.
Something gives me that hopefully they have everything. Okay. This is what I read. I read that she has everything that she had before him at 100% hers. Anything that came after him is up for debate, split or something like that. However, in that clip, didn't y'all hear how Ty said, oh, I don't know if they said it in the portion of the clip that you just played, but if you watch the longer clip, he said, you was making a couple $100,000 a year when I met you. Now you making 4 million a year. So ain't no telling how much they made. The majority of her money could be with him, and we don't even really know it.
It wouldn't
So
necessarily work like that, depending on how her money was set up. Because
mhm.
if they bought, say for instance, they use Candy's money to buy a property or something, then he would not be entitled to anything they did with that property, like if they turned it into a restaurant, because it's still with the money that Candy had prior to him. So it would still be something that she purchased with her own money, so he still wouldn't have access to it. Remind me to tell
Even
y'all
though
something.
they're married, though.
Yes. Yes.
What if she received a return on her investment?
Mhm.
I think that's when it's different, right?
I mean,
If she
then
put
they would
in
have
like
both
100.
they would have both made money though, and then they would have made money based off of that. But like, let's say for instance, what them restaurants was, if she paid for that building that she still owns, and those restaurants are dissolved, but she still owns the building, and she bought that building with her money from before him, she won't have to split that building or any of the proceeds of that building with him. She might have to split whatever is in her assets from that time, from marriage until now. But like, if it just depends on how it's set up, especially if it's set up in a trust. Like if Candy's smart about her shit, she might have certain things set up in a way that he can't get it because of the way it's set up. Because if you
Yeah.
have something in a trust, or if you have something that you got, like inherited, it can be a situation where they can't get anything from it.
I wonder if she owned it. I know she didn't own Blaze, and I'm wondering about Peter Street. I wonder if she just
One of them she owns. When I talked to old girl, Chandrika, she was saying that one of those buildings, what OLG was, Candy owns
that
that whole
make
thing now.
Oh, gee, they
she
still
owns the
open,
whole
right?
block or just that that
Like
building.
that shopping area. Like it's how
Okay.
it's a bunch of buildings together, I believe. She
Yeah.
owns the whole thing and people rent it out now.
Oh, that makes
I'll
sense.
say,
Yeah.
I just feel like Todd is gonna be grimy just based on the clips and what he's saying to Candy. I feel like he's gonna be grimy. That's all. I don't
I
think he just type of man that's gonna be like, "Oh, keep what you got. I'm gonna walk away with nothing.
he
I'm
was
just gonna walk away
stingy.
with my
No, he
productions."
gonna
He was
contest that.
stingy with his own daughter. So I definitely don't doubt that he'll be stingy with Candy. That's why Mama Joyce fought the way she did to make sure that he didn't have no hand in. And I'm glad. I agree with Mama Joyce about that, to make sure that whatever was left for Riley would not be up to his discretion.
I got a question for y'all, and this is a little messy. It may even be a reach. So it was a clip of Mama Joyce saying to Todd when he was on the show. She said, "Y'all from New York. Y'all know y'all slick, right?" And you mentioning his daughter Kayla. I remember when he didn't have a relationship with Kayla until he got with Candy. And the story goes that he didn't know that Kayla existed.
Mm-hmm. At
Y'all
first.
believe that?
I don't know. It
I
could have
don't
been a
know.
situation where it made him look less like, it made him seem more trustworthy if he taking care of his daughter. Because you give niggas brownie points for shit like that. And Todd is really smart. Todd is really smart. Because when you hear the shit that Todd was saying on that show, initially, when you listening to the stuff that he's saying, it could be interpreted as this is somebody with his ear to the street. He hear the conversations that niggas is having. Niggas is having dumbass red pill conversations. But now with everything in the, with them breaking up and how Candy seems so sad about it and how he's over there using it as a way to promote his movie, it definitely feels like you were saying how you truly felt in those clips now. And so, yeah, I could definitely see him using his daughter as a way to manipulate Candy into thinking he was safer than he really was. And in that way, I'll give it to Mama Joyce because essentially Mama Joyce was right. But I also feel like the only reason Mama Joyce is right It's because it takes one to know one. And I think that you wanted to control Candy. And if it wasn't for the way you treated Candy, Candy would not be prime pickings for people to do what they do. When you teach your child to have this, it's like
not in a sexual way, but groomed in a
like in the way she
clarify.
deals with people. She gives all of this space and all of this allowance to people. And I think it's because she had to give a lot of space and allowance and grace to Mama Joyce. I think Joyce has been extremely cruel to Candy at times, even before Todd came into the picture. Like, she wants to own and possess. And, it's just a lot of things that I feel like she did when it came to Candy that would make Candy susceptible to somebody like Todd, because you really just want somebody to be tender with you. So that's all it will really take, is for somebody to, just show you a little bit of tenderness if you're not even used to getting that from your fucking mama.
Yeah.
But
I don't
she
know
couldn't handle
if
it right,
we
though. I just want to
knew
say
or
that.
not. Say
She
what?
didn't. I still want to say, like, Mama Joyce didn't handle it right, though. I want to say that, because, like, you're supposed to tell what you feel and then take your hands off of it, and she just did way too much.
That's a great point, because I see people mentioning that people are now saying that Candy didn't treat Todd right, and I could kind of understand. Well, I see her face, but I kind of understand where people are coming from. I'm not gonna lie to you, because she allowed her mama way too much leeway to be disrespectful to everybody around her. And I'm not saying that two things can't be true. I do believe that Todd did something wrong that ultimately ended up in the detriment of their marriage, but it don't start there. I mean, it was clearly some boundaries that just was not, that were often crossed in a marriage. But he knew that. And honestly, y'all, he knew that before. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. That may be the reason why Mama Joyce was able to identify that he was so grimy from jump, because who would sit around and tolerate that much disrespect unless you knew at the end the benefit was being with somebody rich?
So two
Because
things I want to say.
That's a good point.
One, I think that may be the very reason as to why I think he is going to contest everything she's putting up to the front, and he could make it difficult because of how he may have felt he was treated based on it was a scheme that Todd set up, right? It'll forever follow him, even after life, right? The other thing is I'm trying to recall how Mama Joyce showed up with AJ, who was Candy's first fiance when she got on the show, who had all those children that eventually, he ended up dying. And I'm wondering if she couldn't stand him, because if she actually liked AJ and couldn't stand Todd, it's now I didn't see that. I would see it like, oh, I didn't think that Todd was that bad. Y'all, I always thought AJ was worse than Todd. But if Mama Joyce liked AJ, and I don't know, y'all let me know for the people that can remember that far back when he was on the show. She didn't like AJ either.
No, remember, she didn't like anybody. Remember how she treated Carmen? Like, all of that was because that was somebody that was very close to Candy. And I think she's always jealous of people that are close to Candy. And I think after we saw how she acted with Carmen, that was a part of the reason why we weren't on her side with Todd, because we saw like how she just always like this. She just want to keep Candy to herself. And I mean, I do think to some, that was true to some point. But I agree. I do feel like she saw that there might have been, you're here for more than just the fact that you love Candy.
Yeah, because who gonna take that amount of disrespect? Like, be for real. That I've never seen anybody more insufferable. I'd have to say she's probably worse than Wanda from Huntsville.
When that man mama died, she was still, like, to me, cruel to him. Like, I don't care if you feel like somebody a snake or not. That's a part that will show who you are at the end of the day. You didn't have to trust him, but you also didn't have to go out of your way to be so mean all the time. And she was like intentionally like, and even the way she feels about the kids that Candy has with him versus how she feels about Riley. Like, that's another thing. I don't know how she treats them in real life, but she definitely had this thing where because Riley came first, there's more of a love for Riley than there is for those other kids. And that just feels fucked up. Like, what them kids do, girl? It's not them kids' fault that you don't like their big head daddy.
Damn. I'm thinking about Mama Joyce and how she affected Candy as a parent growing up, because again, that's another great segue.
Listen,
the segues is crazy. Yeah, best of luck to Candy though. But yeah, I will hope he doesn't take a lot of anger out on Candy during this divorce because they do got these 2 kids together. But I do think now, as we're talking it out more, I don't know, he gonna get some pushback for sure. I think he feels like he is owed something, and I think he feels like he played a very important role in her career over at Real Housewives of Atlanta and other things he may have helped her acquire, and like with
I think he
Broadway
did
and all
though.
of that. He gonna think
Unfortunately,
that he definitely.
unfortunately, he did. He did. She was the talent, but unfortunately, he did. He was a great business partner to her.
He was a great business partner
I
to
don't
her
know.
in good respect, because I feel like a lot of the businesses they did together didn't work out that well. The restaurants, he was cutting corners. The shit was not ran well. And then when it come to the other shit, I feel like that was really off of Candy's name. Yeah, it was great to have
Everything was off of her now.
yeah,
They
like
Yeah.
bumped heads a lot. I really think the business has something to do with it too. A lot of it when it comes to the
yeah,
business. I think they bumped
yeah.
heads a lot
I
when it
think he
came to
did a
that.
lot of cutting corners. Like I really do. Like across the board. I feel like there was a problem with him not wanting to spend money and then having these issues on the back end. Cause when they say they didn't have a fucking generator for a restaurant, I was like, so the power go out ever so often and y'all don't have a generator? That doesn't like generators aren't even that fucking expensive for somebody like y'all. It would cost
Mhm.
maybe 10 racks to get it put on a building so you would always have it connected if anything happened. That didn't even make any sense to me. And I almost felt like, are you purposefully sabotaging the shit so that it don't work? Like, I don't know.
I wonder because remember Candy and the Gang got canceled. It was supposed to come back. Candy said she was gonna find a new home for it, but I'm wondering if at some point she decided to take her hands completely off of it and say, "You got it." And with her saying that, things ended up going downhill. Because remember when the allegations came out about, oh, they owe this money, Candy said,
Yeah.
she came out and was like, my name is not attached to this or that. Right?
But I
Like,
wonder if she did that strategically, knowing that the relationship would dissolve, similar to like when Melody Holt or
Yes.
Melody Cherie, they had separated and all their businesses went into bankruptcy before the
Dissolve.
divorce. So that way,
Dissolve.
right,
I also wonder that
right.
too. I was like, I wonder if this was like a part of the plan as well. Like, could it have been strategic where she was going to take her hands off of it? And when she took her hands off of it, she saw everything fail and that caused more friction in the relationship. Or was this a part of the plan because the whole goal was to get right here?
I think another thing, I'm gonna just say this. I think Todd plays mind games just as a way of being. When Chandrika told me that he told her, he came to her after the fact and said that she could have went harder. She wasn't like, going hard enough. And really, when we remember most of the show was about Chandrika, the fact that he would even say it to her made me feel like he was trying to play mind games with her to make her feel like she could have done more. And I feel like when you notice that people do shit like that, say shit like that, it's so that they can like have some type of manipulation over you. Like they enjoy having that over your head in some type of way. Because you could tell when he said it, it kind of like, like why would you say that? It almost made it seem like it was her fault that it didn't work out. She could have done more, even though she was like really doing a lot. So yeah, I was just like, yeah. And then listening to them clips, like I said, he definitely I play mind games just for fun.
Somebody asked Jamie, do you think she, meaning Mama Joyce, is trying to erase her past mistakes by being overprotective now? That's probably something she did a while ago, being, maybe she felt like she could have been better when it came down to her being in the group escape or something. And then now seeing her being on this show, she could have been trying to fix some past mistakes. But then I think more than anything, she was trying to make sure, in my opinion, she secure her spot and don't allow nobody else to come in and affect the relationship that these two have um
And
together.
Candy take great care of her mom too.
She
And so I
does.
do feel like there's a level of I know how when a man comes in, how he can change everything because I probably did it to you. Like on some level. Cause Mama Joyce give that she might have been chasing dick at some point and had Candy out here, low key fending for herself, even if they won't admit it. Cause that generation of some latchkey kids, nigga, I see you when I get home. Here's a key. You're 7, catching the bus by yourself and shit. I mean, when you think about it, Candy was on the road like what, 15, 16 years old without any real supervision like that, paying for shit. Yeah.
And because of that may be exactly why she probably stepped into being more protective of her daughter. But yeah, who knows? I don't. But let's segue over as we're talking about parents and stuff. I want to get into this Oprah podcast real quick, where these parents are talking about how they like detach more so from their kids. Usually you hear the children like, I don't got time, I'm protecting my peace, I'm not dealing with that. But this seems to be coming from a different angle. Now there's a black mom that we are going to get into, but before we get into that black mom, I noticed that she referenced a person named Christy before she started talking, and I wanted to see what was Christy saying before we get over into what she had to say. So let's check this out.
Chrissy, so you've had no contact with your daughter now for what, 3 years?
My daughter, yes. She's estranged from my side of the family 3 times in 7 years. The last estrangement.
Is that too fast?
Okay, good. Came as a shock because we had reconnected for 2.5 years. I let my guard down. We got matching family tattoos, beach vacations with me and her brothers. And so I thought we made it. We're golden. I'm not going to lose her again. And bam, a little conflict happened and out the door. And I tried to talk to her and I was like, we need to sit down. Can we just please sit down and talk? And like, why are you so upset? It was something so minor. And she refused to communicate with her brothers and I. She's cut my mother off, the only grandmother she's ever had, who's completely heartbroken. Her brothers don't have a sister. They're
have contact with them.
Yes. And in the beginning, the first estrangement, I will give, it wasn't her fault. She was 17, 18 years old. I went through a divorce. She felt she had to choose and she didn't choose me. We worked through that, and she explained some things to me and I understood it. But now she's 25, almost 26. She knows I'm a good person. She even, we made TikToks together. She made me beautiful TikTok and that I have pinned on my profile, and literally Mother's Day. And then 2 weeks later, there was a conflict. So my daughter, she is smart. She's funny. She was a joy to raise. She's a college graduate, but I feel she lacks conflict resolution skills. And I just feel like my question to the therapist is how do we move forward to help parents and children that weren't in abusive parents? Like a lot of us are really good parents. We aren't deserving of this. How do we teach parents and children that we can work through the messy, hard stuff so that we can talk and not go no contact? Because I'm not going to lie, like it's been 3.5 years, no word at all. And the glimmer of hope of us ever reconnecting is going away. I talk about a platform and give parents a place to be seen and heard. And, when it first started happening to me, I was like you. I was like, I thought I was alone. So now I have a platform where parents can be seen and heard because we are villainized. And that video was about how villainized we become on that app.
What was the response to that video?
Parents were thankful. And, so many, I felt like I was alone. And to be honest, so many of us parents, I'm not a therapist, but I've heard hundreds of stories. So many of us never even got the opportunity to sit down and talk to our children. Listen, I'm all about, we don't get to decide what hurt someone.
Yes.
They don't get to decide what hurt us. So if my daughter came to me and said, Mom, can we talk? Heck, yes, absolutely. I would take ownership of anything she said I did hurt her because I don't get to decide what hurt her.
Okay.
But she refuses.
Well, that brings me to the point when you said the reason we are not talking now, it was such a little thing. We all are wondering what little thing was that? What was that? And you know what? I was going to say, but I don't want to interrupt you. Maybe it was obviously it was a little thing to you, but it wasn't a little thing to her.
It was something she didn't get her way.
Okay.
She didn't get her way. And, my boys are in my life. I'm a mom of 3. They reassure me all the time, Mom, you're not a bad mom.
Do you have a specific question for
my question is how do we work on teaching conflict resolution skills so that the no contact doesn't start? Because we all know once it starts, it's a hard thing to go back from.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm gonna keep moving, but the first thing I want to say is you need to try listening, okay? Because the same way your ass skirted past that statement that Oprah brought up was the same way you did your daughter, and that's why she don't fuck with you. But let's get into this other mama real fast. I'm going back and forth between screens because they may be a little funny.
As I am estranged from my 30-year-old son by choice. And what I do notice, even in the room, when the children were speaking, people were kind of nodding and agreeing with them. But the moment Christy started telling her side of the story, people were kind of like, you know what I'm saying? My platform speaks similar to hers on behalf of the parent, because parents are suffering in silence. And when children become estranged, they are celebrated, they're supported, people rally behind them. But when their mother decides to go no contact with her child, she's demonized. And that's been my experience.
You made the decision to go no contact. Why with your son?
My son he's caused me verbal, emotional, physical trauma, and financial trauma for over 15 years now.
And you just decided enough.
2 years ago, he threatened my husband and myself, and I made a conscious decision that was the last straw.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get his way.
He dddidn't get his way?
Yeah.
And has he respected the no contact?
No.
He's not?
No, he has not. He sends threats that if we don't unblock him, he just threatened my husband yesterday as I got off a flight, saying if we don't unblock him, if we don't, if I don't speak to him, he's going to do some harm to us.
Wow.
So that's been my experience. And parents don't go no contact for very small reasons. It takes a lot for a mother to make that conscious choice. And I've been experiencing this for over 15 years since his dad and I got a divorce and I got remarried 18 years ago.
And you have a question?
The question is,
what a theme.
Parents always demonized when they speak their truths. or when they make a conscious decision to go no contact. But estranged children are celebrated and rallied behind.
Cause y'all don't listen to y'all fucking kids. That's what it sounds like to me. And my thing is, if you married this man 18 years ago, and when it came down to your son, he started acting up 15 years ago, ma'am, I have a few questions. What the hell were you doing to give him the help that he needed throughout those years? And did it ever occur to you that how you introduced that man to your child could have potentially affected him? Y'all be acting like when y'all get a divorce sometimes that y'all the only ones that deal with shit. And kids also have to go through the whole transition of not having their father I'm not going to say in their lives, but in the home, right? So I'm just wondering because as a mom, I just feel like you're not that tuned in just a little bit. And I understand from the white lady perspective, I get it. Like sometimes you could feel like you're raising your kids great, they go against you, whatever. But in this situation, I'm just like, you didn't check in. You didn't check in with your child. You didn't check in to see how he feel about you marrying this person. Did you even make sure that nigga had a good relationship with your son?
Nope.
Like, I just feel like it's a lot. I feel like her and Christy, to me, are skating over something to make it appear as though the child is the fault. And that's really where the problem is, when you're sitting up here like, well, how can we help this? What can I do? Like, because you're the fucking problem. And you're not trying to see that maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I did not operate how I needed to operate. Maybe I did not check in with you how I needed to. Or you think that you checking in, but then you shutting them down when they trying to talk. And that's not how that goes. And when you continue to shut down a person, they're not going to share with your ass. They're going to bottle it up. They're going to bottle up all those emotions. And that's just what it's going to be. And your son, in my personal, how it typically checks out, you pay more attention to that zigger than you paid attention to your damn son. And that's another reason why he probably mad. Talking about he ain't getting his way. Well, it seemed like you wasn't ever trying to give his ass his way the entire time that he was in the damn house.
That statement that she made, both of them said those exact same words when they were asked very specifically what happened. Instead of them explaining verbatim what the problem was, they resort to, because they weren't getting their way, which is condescending within itself. That as an adult, if I have an issue with you as my parent, what you automatically go to is I couldn't get my way, or you couldn't get your way. That's very, very disrespectful. And it makes me feel like whatever your kid was saying, you weren't listening and you assigned that to whatever they were saying. With the black lady, the way some of these sons be unaliving their mamas and stuff, because
I seen something like
the way they be, what I mean? So I don't know who. And then she also said that the father, the daddy, don't mess with him neither. Don't mess with her son neither. Why are you up here trying to get us to give you more?
Did she say the father or her husband?
The father, the child. The father of the child is no longer messing with the son either. And then he threatened your husband. So who is giving you a hard time about not talking to your son? It might be the women in your family or people that actually listen to your son and feel like you fucked up and you don't want to take accountability for it. That would be the only thing. But even then, y'all, is it just me that feel like as an adult, a mature adult that, understands I'm the adult, you're the child, even if I am an adult and you're an adult, I'm still going to handle you like you're my child. I'm not going to act out. So if you are upset with me and I have to go no contact, I'm not going to get on the internet to bitch out to other people about that so that they can be on my side about my kid. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just deal with it in house. And then if it's something I can really heal from and bring to other people in a way that helps them, great. But you don't get up here and tell us this story in a way and then say, because I see that the kids are getting all this support, but why not the parents? Because y'all don't fucking listen and y'all feel like y'all are above reproach. That's why. And it's really annoying that you're even comparing it.
Yeah.
What it's giving is when they were talking, I said, what a theme, because both mothers went through a divorce when their kids were in adolescence. And whenever they said, it's because they weren't getting their way, what I feel like is happening is that the mothers are neglecting their children in order to get their own way. And they're going to continue to play dumb as long as it is that they're getting what they want, which is a relationship or something that's dissatisfying their child. And they really just want their kid to get along with the get along. And that didn't happen. They don't want you to communicate. They don't want an uproar. And that's probably what happened with the kids. And they don't want to communicate or really even acknowledge the issue at hand. So you could just tell in some of their responses that it's definitely something deeper that they aren't acknowledging. And I could kind of see why the kids don't want to fuck with them. Yeah, I wish they said more, but they won't.
And when they bring in, that's another thing. Like when y'all get divorces, I never understand. And it probably is financial for that group of women. But sometimes it's like, really, bitch, you can't keep these niggas out the house for at least 5 years so that your kid could heal from the divorce. And because I feel like every time y'all bring a different nigga in the house, the kids have to get acclimated to that man. And y'all's generation probably feels like the children need to just move around like they don't matter. Like the reason why we empathize with the kid more is because most of us recognize how, if your parents are boomers or Gen X, a lot of times y'all are raised that ignoring how y'all children feel is the right way to parent. Like,
yeah, that's exactly the problem. Because they don't want to acknowledge the issue in order to have their way. They're weaponizing the fact that they are the parent. And that's what the older generation will do all the time. I'm the parent. You can't talk to me like you can't ask me no question. I'm the parent. So you're weaponizing that you're the parent in order to mentally and emotionally manipulate somebody, your child. So I feel like that's what's going on in this situation. And that in itself is something that could cause mental turmoil. Like the black lady who said her son has threatened them. Do you know what type of mental illness could have manifested from what the fuck was going on and things that he hasn't dealt with?
And that lady, that black lady, I commented on her post and she was commenting on every single comment. She commented on mine because I said the fact that you're searching for validation in this way says a lot. I said it's telling. Because to me, once you realize you have to go into contact with your kid, you already understand that it's hard for you to do. And as a grown woman, you're not going to let anybody make you feel bad about that. You're going to tell yourself, yes, this is hard for me, but nobody understands what it's like for me. So I'm not going to let them bully me about it. The fact that you're searching on Oprah and online and in the comments to art, man, y'all, she commented on every single comment till she turned the comments off on the post.
So 2 things. One, I want to say that's how you act with your son.
Yes.
That is how you act with your damn son. He can't get a word in because you're so ready to cut him off and say what you got to say. Because as Necey was talking about, and you probably mentioned it too, Bondy, weaponizing your parenting. And I feel like a lot of y'all weaponize y'all parenting to avoid from parenting, like it's giving avoidance for real. Because I also feel like you somewhere inside, and you may love your son, right? But I do feel like somewhere inside you may have had some resentment about him because your marriage failed. And he probably felt that in some capacity when you moved on to be with this man. And the fact that you were with him for 18 years makes me question, do you have any other children? She didn't mention that, but I do wonder, do you have any other kids with him, to where I don't know. But yeah, that's how you show up with your child. And that's why your friends and stuff probably be agreeing with him because of how you show up, because you do that with everybody else. So y'all over here asking Oprah what to do. Oprah should have told you, go get in therapy. Okay, go and let somebody else, and that's the whole reason that they were there. But I feel like you need a more intensive sit down with somebody that can understand your pattern of communication so they can tell you the pitfalls of that relationship with your child.
Oprah was like, do you have a question? When she was, what's the question? Because she was, you could tell. And to me, I feel like Oprah understood what I understood. You just want somebody to tell you that it's okay and make it about you.
1000%. And Oprah understood it on both terms. That's why I'm glad I went back to that's why I went back to the white lady when I first watched it. I said, let me find this Christy lady to see what she's talking about, to see what she's comparing it to. And Christy, Oprah was so right when she said it's probably that thing that you're trying to downplay because you feel like she didn't get her way, when really is you not trying to listen to your child. But let's be very clear, Christy, because this is what I think going on with you. you treat your daughter differently than you treat your sons, and that's why she don't want to fuck with you. And I feel like because the daddy is no longer in the home, you feel bad that you took a father figure out of the house. So you feel like you probably got to over cater to your damn children, and you listen to your sons more, give them what they need than you do your daughter. And that's why your daughter's sick of that shit and she don't want to fuck with you, because you'll listen to a nigga before you listen to her. And that's probably what
Every pissing people off.
Or she might have been the type of woman to lightweight be in competition with her daughter.
Ooh.
And knowing that the marriage was falling apart because they did divorce till they were 17 or 18, she might have mistreated her daughter or been jealous of her daughter because the husband was a good dad to her, but not necessarily a good husband. You see, she almost called herself a boy. She almost called herself a boy mom. She said, I'm a mom of boys. But you're also a mom of a daughter too. It was weird how you said that.
That daughter was giving the apple of the daddy out. That's why she chose that daddy. Amongst other things too, because when it sounds like she tried to come around to you, your decision or your thoughts or your processing of the situation was she didn't get her way. Now we're gonna have to dissect that a little more. How you know she didn't get her? What was the way that she was trying to get? You ain't even trying to have a conversation, which again is you avoiding parenting. You're avoiding it. You're weaponizing your parenting to say, I'm in charge. I'm your mom, Sarah Ann. I'm your mom. You can't talk to me like that, whatever. And it's like you ain't even trying to listen to her. Right? You're not trying to parent.
You're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That's crazy.
Like,
but you know.
Yeah, y'all gotta chill out with that. Because when people get grown and they don't need you, don't nobody feel like dealing with that shit, man. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like a lot of y'all, and y'all I was a good mom. You can't really say that. Can't really say that. Like
1, 2, 3, release them.
I wish that listen, y'all know I've been on it, right? Y'all know I've been on it, right? Funeral stud. Listen.
Not release them. But yeah, it's I mean, that's an interesting talk. It make for a lot of conversation. I think what I can appreciate is those ladies putting their situation on display so that other people, when they get somewhat of the backlash, people that may be going through it, and you're seeing what a lot of the outsiders have to say, maybe that'll make you check in with yourself and be like, you know what? Maybe I need to take a different approach with my child and try to sit back and just like listen. Because if you watch Iyanla, at times that's what she does. She tell y'all to listen. Because y'all don't do a lot of listening. Y'all do a lot of this. Y'all do a lot of dictating over your own kids. It's a lot of dictatorship in the household. For real. But,
hierarchical parenting.
I'm waiting on her daughter to respond on TikTok. Where's Christy's daughter?
Right? Like, where's the family members? Where's the son? Where's the son? Look, she left me. First of all, talking about she got married. She left me with my grandmother for 3 years and went be with this nigga. Like, this was.
I want to hear from the fathers on here who went no contact though.
Yeah,
because it's funny that I know. I just wonder what they had to say because these two women. It sounds like it was a pivotal moment, like a relationship or a divorce that caused a rift. But what about the fathers?
It probably was.
Let me see if I can. Let me give you this one guy.
The boys.
Hold on. Okay, let me. I'm hoping this is the same person here. Let me make sure I'm sharing the. So where is it? All right, let's share this tab here, and let's see if he. I'm seeing a guy, so I don't know what he's gonna talk about.
So she calls me, Dad, can you help me? I'm enrolling in college again. Okay, cool. I was just happy to hear her voice.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard from her in so long. So she came over, we talked, and that's when she told me, she said, Dad, you're a helicopter parent. And I'm looking, and I'm gonna tell you.
So you were willing to help her even though she hadn't spoken to you all these years?
Yeah, that's my baby.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you as long as I'm living. Then after the conversation, I said, well, how can we work on our relationship? What can we do? She said, I'll tell you what we can do. We can go to therapy. As a man, I did not want to go to therapy. I'm going to be real with y'all today. I didn't want to go and be vulnerable to somebody that I don't know. So went to therapy because I wanted to get my baby back. So I went to therapy. The therapist told me, she said, listen, Aaron, what you got to do, and you got to understand, you have to parent your children at different stages differently. You're still trying to control her like she's a teenager. You're still trying to do too much like she's a teenager. She's a full-fledged adult.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that changed my whole outlook.
Yeah.
And then the therapist also told her she has to learn how to communicate and stop running. A lot of adult children run and hide when they don't get their way.
Yeah.
Or when their parents don't.
I think this is so interesting. I have a friend who just went through is going through this with her daughter, and she said, we'd gone out for Thai food and bowling.
Correct.
I thought everything was fantastic. And then I get a letter arrives in the mail telling me from this day forward, no contact. And she thought something had happened to her daughter. She thought like it was like her daughter had been kidnapped or somebody had done some harm to her. She calls the police, they go to the park, all of that. So I think it's harder when you don't know where it's coming from.
Correct.
Yeah. I think this situation where they tried to work it out, you tried to get them to accept your new wife, you tried to get them to accept that you're having a child. Very different than if you just suddenly disappear and nobody knows what it is.
Correct.
Yes.
No, I totally agree.
Yes.
So the positive, our relationship now is phenomenal. We worked it out. We learned how to communicate. I backed up. So what I started doing now, and I'm gonna tell you parents out there, this is how you can help your situation. First thing first, stop overstepping boundaries. Stop overstepping boundaries. Just have a normal conversation with your adult child. You know, if they ask for any more information or if they need a question answered, answer that question. But stop overstepping boundaries. That's what I did. I changed my relationship.
Yeah. We're so happy to hear that your story worked out, but I also can hear that every situation is different.
Correct.
I mean,
So that was one of the dads. Seemed like his situation ultimately worked out for him in the end. So,
and it sounds like it's because he understood like you have to respect where they are, and sometimes I think that is easier for men to do because like I can say a lot about my dad, and I was able to think about his parenting a lot over the years. And one of the things I think he did good at was that when it came to a certain age, he knew to take his hands off. Like, let her pick herself up, let her figure it out for herself. Let her, let me self-soothe and figure it out for myself. Now, my mom understood that I still needed a little bit more emotional soothing until I eventually was able to grow out of that. But one thing I did learn from my dad was his ability to allow people to make their own mistakes and stop trying to save your children from tripping and falling. Because I think that's something parents do a lot, especially with Black kids and Black boys, is always trying to save them from the consequences of their actions. And that is literally how they learn that they can't do certain things. And as far as, because they kept saying something about like the boundaries, and it made me feel like, do y'all treat y'all children with respect now that they're grown, or do you make them feel like you can disrespect them and they should just have to take it because you're the parent? And that happens a lot. Like, and that's not good enough anymore. Like, it's just not good enough for somebody to keep a relationship with you.
Yeah. But I'm glad they went to therapy and were able to figure their situation out.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Next thing we're going to get into is a devastating situation. And I just want to know y'all thoughts on how y'all feel a person should grieve, right? So Masika recently lost her husband. And she had a funeral, and these were the images that she used for the funeral, right? I mean from the funeral. Okay, this is her with her daughter, consoling her daughter as she looks into the casket of her stepdad. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Little mama wiping her tears. That is the daughter that she shared with her husband, Champ, who passed away in a car accident, from my understanding.
The best award for a housewife at her husband's funeral goes to Masika Kalisha. Because, like, she's vying for Best Actress award at a few. Like, look at this shit, y'all. That shot specific.
I cannot with y'all.
I completely agree. I'm not saying that these emotions are fake at all. But I'm definitely gonna say this is some weird ass shit. Like when people post, when I think of wives posting funeral pictures, it's to make a statement. It's something political. It's my husband was wrongfully murdered, and I want y'all to know what this did to me and my kids. Like,
that nigga died in a Tesla truck.
may he rest in peace. And I know you are grieving. This should have been in the archives. Like, this is not for us.
She already outside because they wasn't together. No. So,
Bondy, say it.
They were not
Say it. Thank you. Say it. Because this was her estranged husband.
Who she wanted
and
to
you
annul
are
the marriage. She wanted to annul the marriage.
And you're posting these pictures of, I didn't even know she was ever married, y'all. I didn't even know.
I knew because she likes to throw it in people's face like it meant something, that it meant that she was important or something. And then they ended up breaking up and she wanted to annul the marriage. And she said that she didn't trust him around her children, but not all of a sudden he's the best daddy ever. Girl, yeah, I had to go look
And
in
all this passing out right here, I can't help but, like, I feel bad for the children. I say that because one, I feel like it's traumatic as fuck to see your mama lose her shit like this at the funeral. And I don't know. It's a sticky situation because I can't really say you shouldn't act like this, but it's the fact that this is photographed and shared with the public to consume such a private moment for you and your kids. I don't think that's for me to see how you and the kids was acting at their daddy funeral. Why the fuck is this published?
Like he was Martin Luther the King or something.
Thank you.
My main concern would be her daughter, more so this one right here, the one she got with Fetty Wap, and how she is, like, whether she's gonna leave this situation or this funeral being traumatized by what she witnessed and saw and heard and everything.
That child been traumatized. I can tell you that.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think whatever was going on with that man, like initially
in the relationship,
was traumatizing. Because girl, the annulment means the marriage never happened. You're not even trying to just get a divorce. You want to like strike it from the record, and then eventually y'all would just separate.
I don't know how to take them because even though that was said, it didn't happen, right?
Yeah, they didn't.
Nobody ever filed. So I feel like even within their marriage, they had an on and off type situation thing going on. And earlier in October, they were just together and he died a few weeks later. So I don't know if they were trying to rekindle stuff or what was going on, but they definitely gave off a on and off again marriage.
Well, she do have I mean, you did see the post with the new dude, right?
See, that's what I was wondering about this guy. I'm like, so is this supposed to be like, who is this person? You know, like this your new boo?
Somebody, no, I just read the comment from Journey to Find K. It says they say those was meta glasses. Can you imagine going to somebody's? Can you imagine going to somebody's funeral with meta glasses on and walking past the
That's terrible.
This is crazy to post. He posted her on a page and she put baby with her eyes and a ring. Like, this is some weird. That's weird.
My God.
That's crazy to me.
I don't like
But you're supposed to be grieving your husband.
Well, another thing I could tell you, that child has been traumatized because I don't think Masika is that probably good of a parent. She said some shit like when the Celeste Rivas situation came out, and she said that girl because she was trying to be grown. As soon as I heard that, I said, "So you one of them ain't shit ass mamas?" Because whenever you say that about a 14-year-old child, she ends up dating you because she was acting grown. Not she thought she was
like,
grown.
who? Okay, I got.
When I hear women say acting grown, I always assume that they were abused.
Yes. And especially not
themselves.
I assume that they got their language from somebody else. You know, I think people often repeat what they hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
When she said that, she would be completely wrong because I was like, first of all, she was 14 years old, and it seemed like that nigga was picking her up from outside her parents' house. So I just wouldn't go And you know what I mean? Like, I just wouldn't feel like that. And so to me, if you're a mother and you think like that, and you already somebody that's running through niggas that can't be trusted, that means you probably not safe for your daughter. Because if one of these niggas try your daughter, are you gonna believe your daughter, or are you gonna believe a nigga because she was trying to be grown? Just wondering. That's all.
Mm.
I don't trust her.
Yikes. Well, that's what's going on with Masika. Now, I will say, I am on her side when his friend decided to come for her.
Oh yeah. She ate his ass up. He was
She
trying to fuck.
did.
It was weird.
I know, right?
Yes.
I'm like, you over here trying to bond with this lady off her losing her husband just so you can
I'm
smash?
so glad. I'm so glad you broke that down, Jamie. I watched your video earlier when you was talking about that. Yeah, the weird ass shit from jump. He was trying to fuck.
Yes. And then when she eventually gets to the fact that that's not even his biological brother, I said, what the fuck is you talking to this nigga for?
He was trying to fuck.
That was so weird, but I'm glad she aired him out because he was straight giving clout chase. That's one thing Masika will do now. She know how to eat the people up. I will give her that. She knows how to eat the people all the way up. All right, y'all.
Problematic.
Speaking of eating people up, have you ever been swallowed?
Yes.
Have you ever been swallowed? You
I
look like
have.
you're trying to swallow her.
Listen.
Look how she throw it back. She ain't had nothing like that in a minute.
Listen, I said that. He is tearing the pussy up.
Ooh, that's my
Listen. After Big
all
Boy-
her teeth.
Really, after Big Boy was on top of her doing his business, girl, this is the happiest she's been.
Yo, so news came out, or at least this video started to surface of Monique being caught up with this guy. This guy in this video happens to be Jason Weems, who was also her co-host on a radio show. Remember, Monique was a part of a radio show that she left abruptly from. And a lot of people were confused as to why that happened. I remember hearing rumors that she was messing with one of her coworkers, and it came out, and she had to just leave a job or something. And I was like, I because I ain't seen no proof in there, I was like, I don't believe that. Like,
I remember that.
no. I'm like, but then these videos come out, and that's when the dots started to be connected, right? I saw some people on Twitter trying to say that his wife was saying that they were like not like they're already divorced, and I'm like, what you talking about? Because going over to his Facebook page, those people were very much married and currently are still married. This man is still married. So I don't know, because I don't know what all Monique knew is what I'm saying. But there was a post that was made by Giorgio Says that we're just gonna get into for the people that haven't seen it, where he talks about this situation. And yeah, it seemed like it could be possibly some overlap or something. I don't know from what it sounds like to me, but let's just press play and see.
Can't hear audio.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can probably refresh and see if it's gonna play. Can you hear it now?
Keep clicking again.
You can't hear it? Okay, let me go out. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Let's see if it'll play. If not, I can.
You can send it.
Is it working? No.
Nah.
Okay. So basically,
put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. So basically, what he says is that he just recently, he got this information back in, I believe he said January of like 2024, some information about Monique messing with this guy. Once he put it out as a blind item because he didn't want to just put the information out there, one of her co-hosts, the young lady, responded to him and said, listen, you're a liar and I hope that you get sued. I guess she was believing it wasn't true or anything, right? So he was like, I didn't even post like no evidence that I have. I just really posted a blind item and other people are figuring it out. Well, he ended up getting a timestamp on that photo of when it was taken, and it was taken in May of 2023. Right. So
I
that's
just requested to share the screen.
oh,
I
you
got
did?
it up.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you. Is it not working? All right, y'all. I might have to go out and come in. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. You think Monique knew this? Hold on. Let me ask you this. Oh, there goes Jamie. Okay.
Oh, I know I need to hide this over here. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Information. So in case you missed it yesterday, the Neighborhood Talk posted what they identified as Monique with her former co-host Jason Weems in a video together. And in the comment section of the Neighborhood Talk post, commenters were speculating all kinds of things in the comment section about the situation. But back in January of 2025, January 8th to be exact, I was sent the same video privately and decided I would post a blind item about it. And in a now archived post, I made a blind item that did not give any specific details, very, very broad. And the next day on January 10th, I received this message from D. Carter saying you're messiest and I hope you get slapped with a lawsuit. The message was in response to the blind item, but no photo or video was posted. And at the same time of receiving that video, I was also sent a screenshot that is showing what appears to be metadata claiming this video was filmed May 23rd of 2023 at 1:10 p.m. So from my perspective, I'm only clarifying the timeline in which I have based on what was sent to me. But you guys can let me know what you think down below. For the purpose of this video.
All right.
It's giving
So
rebound.
Very much. It very much could have been a rebound. I know this. I don't even know when that post really was taken.
Right.
No, that's what I was about to say.
It's showing May 23rd, but Monique filed for a divorce in June of 2023. So, but I also thought when you're in the Potomac area, because I could have sworn Ashley talked about this, that you have to be separated for a year, I thought, before you could file for a divorce. And remember, Monique was living in another spot. So she could have been legally separated at the time, but he wasn't, and maybe he could have told her also that they were going through a divorce. He could have said something like that.
Yikes.
But yeah, what do y'all make of that?
I mean, I don't think he's with his wife. I think they said he's legally separate.
Is he?
And that's what I
He
heard.
just
I'm
made
not
a
sure.
post. I posted like in November.
The
Was it
anniversary.
November?
Yeah.
It wasn't the
Yeah,
anniversary
it was.
post. It was another post that she made about being happy to have done the show with her hilarious husband.
When was that?
Let me go back to it. I'm trying to pull it up now.
I mean, I'm way, way willing to believe this nigga is cheating. And
That's what I'm willing to believe.
Yeah, I'm willing to believe he was cheating and then left his wife for Monique, maybe. But I'm wondering if he and Monique are still even together, if this is old like that.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it might have been a situation where they was just having a good time, where they were both in the interim, or thinking they're both in the interim. And maybe she found out that he wasn't leaving his wife, or that he was still with her and they're not together. Who knows? I would like to
It's
know.
probably something like that.
Okay,
It's
okay.
probably something like that.
This post actually, I thought this was recent. It was from August 2nd of 2024.
That's what I
So
thought.
that still confirms that they were
Oh,
very
so-
much together during the time frame
That he was with
that he
her in
was with Monique.
2023. Right.
Correct.
If that post was in 2023.
Right. Because that, somebody
Right.
sent him that, but we don't know if that's necessary.
Because now I'm trying to remember what point in time did Monique and Chris go to that marriage retreat? They went to a marriage retreat over the summer. Remember, right before they actually had announced that they got a divorce, and Monique was like, "No, we're not getting divorced. We're just going to a marriage retreat."
October 2020.
And then it was like a year later that they announced the divorce.
October 2022 or something like that. I don't know why.
I think it was 20, I think 22 might be right. But anyway,
I mean, it's not surprising. They look like they
no.
would be attracted to each other. Like when you look at them. Like,
If I'm being all the way real, I wouldn't be surprised if this video was from when they both were still married. Monique had been done with Chris.
I don't think her, because if you look at her locks, she was wearing faux locks at one point, like, you know, and then eventually cut them off and had her real ones. And I think that those in that video are her real ones. So that's the one thing I'm looking at her hair that made me feel like that might have been more recent.
She had her hair in this video made me think it was older because I feel like she had those locks when she was on Love and Marriage DC.
Yeah, but they were faux locks, I think, at that time. I could be wrong.
Okay. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, either way, child, I'm like I said, girl, listen, I don't be begrudging people because essentially most of these marriages ain't gonna work out anyway. Like, oh well, y'all ain't neither one of y'all together, and if y'all is, he a cheating ass nigga. Fuck him.
Yeah, because when I was going through the history, it looks like he just never wears his ring ever. So to me, it kind of gives that he'll easily.
You acting like
say,
you single.
oh, we're going through, issues, me and my wife, yada yada yada.
And if you don't never bring her around and don't nobody say nothing, then how would they know? If you don't wear a ring.
Now, I will say this. There's a way to know. Typically, when women get with these men, they do the research, right? And everybody at the station knew that man was married more than likely, so she knew. And then 2, when you go to his page and you type his name in, everything from 22, 2018, 2023, all of that stuff like shows up. He even did like an anniversary post, which is crazy, to his wife in April of 2023. And then Giorgio is saying this post came from May 2023. So I feel like now she knew that he was married, but I still think that he could have been telling her
that they were
separated or he's about to file or something like that.
Yeah.
The only reason I think that's what it was is because she was recording like nobody. If we married and we ain't trying to get caught, I'm not about to be doing all of this. Like,
I was like, who released this? Because I said I don't believe Monique would have put this out there about herself.
Right.
So I'm thinking, did he do this? And why would you even want that type of attention on your family?
She might want to get back on the show, especially if the relationship. I mean,
on what show? Get back on what show?
On Potomac.
She ain't got to do nothing. She would never have to do this to get back on Potomac. Like she didn't have to do anything. This season, her being a friend was probably her choice. All she had to do was call them up to be on Potomac. Her having a divorce is good enough. I think that she probably sent the video to somebody. And I told y'all, Karen reposted it.
Yes,
Karen
she did.
reposted it. Right. And ain't it funny that this came out the same week that her storyline in the episode is talking about Chris not fucking her right?
Oh,
this is a scheme that Cookie didn't set up.
Oh, girl,
to come to us
with the bullshit? Yeah. I don't like Cookie. She look like her titties, be musty. Like I don't know.
She do. They said she looked like a good value Aretha Franklin.
Yikes, that's crazy. We here now.
Let's get into it.
Let's talk about Potomac. There were a few things I feel that took place this episode. The first thing was Stacey and her husband not really wanting to meet the group. I didn't really see what the big deal was with Tia being upset about it. Now, granted, I did not like that Stacey told Tia she was the safest person to meet her husband, and when Wendy fronted her on it and Stacey mentioned it, she made it seem like Stacey was trying to come in between the friendship. I'm sorry, that Tia was trying to come in between the friendship, and it's like, nah, you legit told her that. So why would you even say that when you don't even much know Tia like that? But you know Wendy. And see, I start thinking, one, I feel like, is it because Tia is of royalty, so you wanted to show your husband these are the type of people I hang with? But then the other part of it is Wendy knows the other ladies. Anything Wendy knows and sees, she'll run it back, possibly, and tell Giselle. So Stacey is like, let me just meet with Tia, somebody that's not as connected. But then at the same time, Tia came into the show by way of Giselle. So maybe it was the first one. I hang around royalty. It's giving
I think
bougie.
I think it was both. I think it was that, and I also feel like can't nobody trust Wendy. So why would I bring you around my husband so that you could try to find something and bring it back? I wouldn't trust
But
Wendy.
she would. I think that's fair.
Wendy be
But
moving.
Only for
I also
Tia to
think it
ever
was
do.
fair. Yeah, but I don't blame Tia. I don't blame Tia at all because, like we all said, I really do like Stacey. I think that her reads is on point. Like, and they don't even be reads; they just be like so matter of fact. Like, let me walk over to her, so I put my finger in her face. Anyway, my thing is, I think what Stacey did. Oh well, let's go here before I even say this out loud. Do y'all think that Stacey called Chris on the phone and said what Monique said word for word? Do you think it was another scheme that Cookie set up?
I think
I
it was
feel like
a Cookie set up.
Didn't. Yeah, I think it was Cookie.
Okay.
Because like
Okay.
when she said, she was like, what? Like the entire time she was acting like that didn't make any sense. And plus Kay was way too eager to like even put that out there. So once they actually like explained it, and it's like, no, so you didn't even get this from Stacey, you got this from Cookie that said she got this from Chris, and we can't even really ask him. And to me, he already a shiesty nigga from when he was meeting with Sharice. You know,
Listen. And then met with, and when Monique called him out and said something about, she said this on the after show. She said, I don't know what it is about him hanging with housewives. Like it's weird because he was caught with Stacey Ross, he was caught with Sharice,
Katie
and then
Ross.
Stacey. Yeah, Katie. And then Katie, Stacey, and Sharice.
Weird ass.
Yeah, he definitely gave me I'm mad she left me hater ass shit.
We low key need to find a clip. We talked to her about her marriage when she was with Chris. I can't remember whose channel the interview was on. I think it was on your channel, Bondy. You need to resurface that.
I do.
Because the things that she complained about, I completely could see that. I could see it. I could see it. I remember everybody saying she was mean to him, which I also kind of could see, but what I saw was more so like resentment. He was lazy in the marriage. He didn't really, he would do shit to look good, but he was lazy. He really didn't care, and she was tired of holding shit, together like it was all good.
That's such a common thing. Like in marriage, it's such a common thing for men to like get with women that are like doing everything, and then just kind of like, let her keep doing it, do a little something every now and again when she complain, and then go back to doing nothing. Like it's
And then it's like, why are you tripping? I'm not doing nothing. That's the point. You not doing nothing. That's the point.
Monique did a lot of having to prove, I feel, in her relationship. I feel like she had to prove to the ladies that she was happy. She had to prove to Chris she had his back. She had to prove to his damn mama she wasn't there for just the money, and the mama still don't like her from the last time we saw. She did a lot of proving, so I'm glad that she kind of let it all damn out with Love and Marriage DC. She was really tired of his ass. I mean, anybody that really watched the seasons before on Potomac, you could really see it. She was just finessing because everybody else didn't have, well, not everybody else, but some people either weren't happy in their situation or they weren't in a relationship at all. So I feel like Monique was on some, how women try to like Stacey kind of did with Kiana. You don't have a husband type of thing, like prop that up like it's something. But she was slick miserable. She would say they were miserable being single or whatever they had going on, and you was slick there too. And I hated the fact that she had that miscarriage and he still wanted to have some more kids. Like, can you ease back? Chris, remember she had the miscarriage, and I think she still ended up getting pregnant. If she didn't, I know he wanted to still have a fourth child, though.
That was the same season that Ashley connected with Monique about her miscarriage. Is that what happened?
I don't remember.
Did Monique talk about the miscarriage? Okay.
She talked about it on the show.
I think they did kind of do that. Yeah, I don't know if it was on my channel. It may not have been on mine because I don't see it in my stuff and on my playlist.
Who interviewed Monique? I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was on your channel, Jamie.
I'll have to go in the archives and see. I'm not sure.
I'm not seeing it on mine.
Maybe it was on mine.
It probably was. It was on one of y'all's too, I feel like, for sure.
But yeah. I was with Monique when she talked to Wendy and told her and pretty much said, like, yeah, I don't trust that lady.
Jamie,
It's on your channel, Jamie.
It's on yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Oh. All right, cool.
Oh, 3 years ago.
My
I
God,
know, right?
hey.
Ain't that something? That was a long interview, boy. Wasn't
was.
it?
They did two
She was
parts.
getting her stuff off, boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like she really walked away from it. I remember the way she talked about that Chris in that interview, and I feel like she walked away really thinking. Like I really did. Yeah.
That woman said, I have not been
I'm gonna have to
happy
find
since
that
my
clip.
daughter was 10 months old. Did she have a son after her daughter?
Yeah.
I thought she had 2 kids after. She said the oldest one is 10.
So I feel like that last one, I think that was one of them, he got you pregnant, baby. Because niggas will do that. When they know you want to leave, they'll get you pregnant.
That's what I felt he was doing the whole time. I mean, of course, I'm sure she wanted the first one for sure, but the other time, yeah.
Because as soon as you see they're not gonna help you, you less inclined to want to do it.
Especially when you are also a baby as well, that she got to look after and coordinate and do all of this stuff. Like, yeah, like people get tired of that. So I don't fault her for like, let me go ahead and get the hell up out of here. I hate that she didn't get more out of it. I think she left him with more things than she actually
But
received.
you know
from
why?
it.
Because niggas like that will probably like drag it. And it's easier just to let go because their ego is gonna make them fight you tooth and nail. And they probably already did all kind of finagle that shit to make sure when Mad Day came, you wouldn't really get a lot anyway.
Well, yeah, she did say that. She said it was a prenup and she only gets like that monthly check of what she would have got had she actually worked. And he was trying to set it up to where it increases every year. But what she said was, nah, don't do that. Just leave it as is, because in her head, she's still trying to show that she don't want him for the money. So when everything went down, she still was kind of on that, like, I'm not even gonna come. That's why I felt like, to me, she still operated from, I don't want you for your money. And I feel like she was more so basically still trying to prove in that moment going through that divorce. And I feel like she probably thought about his mom, like, see, I never wanted him for his money. See, I told you I never wanted you for your money. I just want the rightful things within this prenup. But I feel like you was old that it's like, pay you for your pain, pay you for your time. Like, you finna give me one of these houses. Like, what you talking about?
Three big head ass babies, nigga. What?
Yeah.
Gotta get that lady her money.
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead.
I pulled up our video.
Oh, you
to
did?
see what we said. I don't know if y'all want to look at it or if you want to save it.
I reposted it on my page too.
Okay,
On my homepage, I posted both of the videos. Y'all can go back and find it. Like, I was just like, yeah, we need to pull that up. Rewind.
Okay. How y'all felt about Kiana and all the energy she had for Stacey over?
I don't like
Kiana whack as fuck.
Listen,
she pretty though.
Beautiful, high
gorgeous.
strung. Like, you obviously need some type of, like, you know, maybe some Lexapro. I don't know, but she need to be on something.
Why I didn't know Greg was at the event? I just now saw a clip, a sneak peek of next week, and I'm like, oh, Greg was at the event, because Stacey said something to her like, why you worried about me? Why you not worried about Greg? Love Stacey. Cookie baby, you was doing too damn much, and it definitely crumbled by the end of the episode because they escorted you out. I don't like Cookie. I don't like that she called that lady funky when you came in there stank. Like, I just don't like Cookie. I just don't. I can't. You're an agent of chaos. And
She's
it's
a titty
sad.
fucker.
And you operate like Chris Samuels is your man. And that's what's crazy. Like,
And she's a titty fucker. Nothing worse than a titty fucker. Okay. I hate to say it, but I swear the girls that will come to your house just so that they can like suck dick through their titties and get nothing in return. You need self-esteem, bitches.
child,
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, they don't need to let I hope this was the last time we see Cookie on the show. Because
It's
not interested.
Because she Karen for him. So now she definitely, when Karen come back, we're gonna have to see her again with Karen.
Y'all don't think Karen reposted that by accident?
No, she
I
reposted
feel
on
like she's
purpose.
been in jail and she don't know how reposts work.
You give her
Karen reposted that on purpose. Karen
y'all too
is
excited that Karen got out of jail because Karen could have killed some fucking body. That bitch hit a tree, hit a pole, hit a light, and that was her third or fourth DUI. Y'all should be way mad.
Girl, you know we love criminals.
you know, we was just talking at the beginning of the episode talking about they shouldn't be celebrated. And I was like talking about free Karen.
Not me. Fuck her, okay? You could have killed somebody. You got enough money to get Ubers and Lyfts, and you out here getting behind the wheel while you all fucked up drunk and then talking to police officers talking about you, Thomas Jefferson's bed wench. Bitch, what is going on?
And then got your husband down there trying to find the lies in your purse. But you wrong for that, having that man down there. You wrong for that, girl.
Karen is she orchestrated stuff from jail because the way she hopped out, Karen never skipped a beat, y'all. Her getting ready to get locked up was recorded. Her starting a mess before she left, thinking everybody but Wendy was, a part of a storyline. Her cookie on the show was a storyline. Vivian, who they showed for a quick second and said Karen's friend, they could have classified Vivian as Stacy's ex-friend. We didn't see Vivian before, but Karen not on the show at this point. So I definitely think that Karen is pulling strings. I do. I think she's pulling strings.
I'm going to agree because Karen will go against the people that support her for some reason. And Wendy supported her that whole season when everybody else was ready to drag you. Monique ain't said nothing about you. Monique seems to be checking on you, making sure you're good, speaking highly, and then you're going to go and repost that. That's on messy Karen. But we'll see. She going to do anything to get the heat off her. What you say, Bondy?
Karen ain't shit. I'll say it again. Karen ain't shit.
I like her, but she played the same. Yeah, I don't know. Them tables turn, y'all. Because how the fuck is it that I like Giselle and I'm calling out? No, I do. I've enjoyed Giselle. I've always loved Karen. Karen has been my favorite, but
I mean, they all lie though.
Right. And it never sat right with me how cool her and Giselle would be, even though Giselle would be all the cruel stuff. So I always knew that they would play the game, and they admitted to playing the game, being frenemies on the show, which tells me that if you was able to play the game with Giselle and go that low, you playing the game from prison. You was making calls.
I agree. And if Monique thinks that Giselle is going to let her open up a book and say what she said at their reunion and she not get your ass back, Giselle not going to do it directly. But somebody else will.
She's getting you back.
Got back.
You better take her lessons from Stacy, bitch. Be unbothered and very direct.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like she gave them hoes too much information. Like, I'm glad we got the information, but I ain't like that you was sharing all of that with them hoes. You don't know them.
That is true.
Monique. Yeah, I like that she was though.
Like why? Because in the after show, she was confused as to why Kiana even walked up to her because she's like, I don't even know you. So it's like, well, you did just sit down and gave them all the information. So
I like that Monique was being open because I feel like that's a part of her healing. Like, I feel like that's a response to her pretending that everything was perfect when she was on the show. So instead of, just pretending, she's like, I don't give a fuck. This is my truth and I'm going to be open with y'all. I'm just surprised she did it on TV. But if you're going to come back, this is how I want you to come back. Karen unreposted it, y'all. She reposted it. But I screenshotted it.
Me too.
Screenshots live forever.
She must saw that tweet going viral or something.
I saw it with my own two eyes.
That's crazy.
It might have been a slip of the finger. It might have been a slip of the finger.
She must have meant to send that to somebody.
But then again, it stayed up long enough. It was up for over, I would say, at least 2 days, wasn't it? So it stayed up long enough. Anything else, ladies, on Potomac? All right, y'all. That pretty much wraps up our show. We'll get into these super chats real quick. Make sure you like the video if you have yet to do so. Thank you for the super chat, Deshaun. I also think if we were supplied those things, that it will boost the self-esteem of Blacks to feel the need to thrive for education as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jay Buggin, thank you for the super chat. My 24-year-old brother attacked my mom in May. He started getting in trouble at school around 12. He went to therapy and he stopped. The lady said he may be schizo and it comes out more in your 20s.
I can see that.
Maybe that's what was going on with the other lady's son. Who knows? Thank you for the super chat. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for the super chat. Jamie be wearing that ring and it be blinging. Thank you so much. Bed winch, really, I am dead. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, y'all. This concludes our episode for the night, for the month. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. All right. Make sure you're subscribing to everyone's pages. It is here for you guys on the screen. I love y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. Bye.